Hey everybody, and welcome to Hey Listen, episode 23.
The Hey Listen video game podcast.
That's what he said. So today, I am here with my special guest. You wanna introduce yourself, little guy?
I'm Zach. As your
Alright, so that's him, and I'm annoying Navi.
Hi, puppy.
Okay, so let's jump into this. As if it was a pool. I was busy, I guess. And before we start, I just wanted to say, know how you said you wanted to record at 8?
Yeah.
Well, basically what happened was I got home, and so I started playing Fire Emblem, because I knew you wanted to record, so I'm like, alright, I'll just play some games. And then I ended up falling asleep, and do you know what time I woke up? 8:50. Then I checked my Twitter, and it's like 11 minutes ago. Zach said, "Okay, can you record at 9:30?" And
yeah, that would be great.
yeah,
I thought that would be weird. That was weird that you said that, and that you were saying absolutely nothing.
I was asleep. I somehow fell asleep for almost 5 hours before this.
5 hours.
I don't know how it happened. I fell asleep at 4 o'clock. I woke up and it was 8:50.
Well, that's a waste of a day.
That's never happened to me before.
Were you in the middle of the game?
No. I shut her down and just kind of went to bed.
Just cuddled up in the corner.
That's basically what happened. I was tired, but I guess I'm all caught up on my sleep now. So,
wow,
something.
Primed and ready to go.
Pretty much. Yeah, but if you want, you can jump into things while I look something up real quick.
Well, today we don't have a guest, unfortunately, but I want you all to know that I put in the effort, and that I asked like 8 different people, but none of them could do it this week, so yeah, this is what we're stuck with now.
Well, that sucks.
That's
but
what we gotta work with.
Yeah.
But I guess it's kind of good. It's transition, bringing Cole back into the mix.
Yeah.
Too much to handle.
Maybe. I mean, it was like, what, 1 week. It's not... These things happen. I don't know.
But listener feedback. We didn't do it for the past couple of episodes because...
Don't we need listeners to have feedback?
That's true.
Huh.
But we didn't do the past couple episodes because I didn't want to do it last episode because it's better when you're here.
It's ridiculous.
And I don't think we did it the week before either, but I don't know. No, we might have. Yeah, we did. Okay.
Ooh.
But yeah, here we have for episode 21, that's the episode with Rachel Moore. Midipor says, "You can tell CRPG is nervous like I was on the user's open mouth face."
What? You didn't seem nervous to me.
Yeah, I said it like I didn't feel nervous, but
you didn't.
He said after like the first 5 minutes that it didn't feel like it, but. And he said,
I never got that feeling.
For me, my top 5 favorite non-Nintendo GameCube exclusives were Resident Evil, Phantasy Star Online Episode 1 and 2, Star Wars Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron 2, Rave Master, and Beautiful Joe. And then everyone got into this discussion because Beautiful Joe isn't an exclusive.
Yeah, but it was.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it was. For the for the first while, I believe it was.
No, it was on PlayStation 2.
Here, I'm checking the sound.
I was gonna check it out, but you can do that. Okay.
All right.
So yeah, Pestro said, I haven't listened to the episode yet, but top 5 favorite non-Nintendo GameCube exclusives is a pretty tough question. I personally feel like there are too many games on the GameCube that I haven't played to make a list like that. And for example, the Baten Kaitos games, Piano 3, Battalion Wars, and Geist. Looking forward to listening to the episode and hearing which games you guys picked. And then later he said, just finished listening to the episode and it was a good one. All of you had good answers to the GameCube question. I have personally never been a big fan of Eternal Darkness, but to each his own, I guess. Keep up the great work, guys. Thanks, Pestro. You've become our second listener
It's great.
overall.
And basically, Beautiful Joe originally came out on the GameCube October 7th, 2003 for North America. But then it came onto the PlayStation 2 like a year and a half later. 24th of August, 2004.
So yeah,
So
it kind of was, yeah.
yeah.
At the time it was, so. I guess you got that one.
Yeah.
And then episode 22, which is the one Cole wasn't on, unfortunately. Zavin1718 said, good episode. Cole seemed really nervous. No, wait, no, this isn't the, this was episode 21 still. I don't know why I put 22.
I wasn't nervous.
Yeah, I know. I found that weird too. He's.
I was trying to be polite, but
Midi4 said I was nervous, and then he said you were nervous. So.
I mean, I wasn't acting like crazy or anything, but it was somebody I never talked to, so I'm not gonna say something I don't want to say, or I don't know.
You say good episode. Cole seemed really nervous the whole time, though. Interesting guest. And then I think this was episode 22, where he said, it's cool hearing all of you talk about Vesperia. I'm so urged to pick it back up now so I can continue on my path to Vesperia Master, which I kind of quit on. Vestra said, what? LMG is still alive? I thought that he started working for the Target customer support. Yeah,
nope. They don't hire Australians.
Did you hear LMG's like made a return kind of?
Yeah, but I was listening to the podcast and it was like he was in India or something ridiculous. How does that happen? I thought he was at a political convention for a while. And
he was for the
then this happened.
Time we did the crossover episode, but he hadn't been on this podcast for a while. Like, cause it was funny because ChronoLink said he'd be able to record on Saturday because he wasn't because the users weren't recording that day, and then he said that LMG just messaged him randomly saying, "Hey guys, I'm back, ready to record." So then he wasn't able to make it, but I don't know if they recorded it or not then, but I think that's pretty much all the feedback.
All right.
You know, episode 21, we actually got. I'm interested to see like the amount of downloads we got on that episode because we got 119 views on the video alone, which you usually don't get that many on the YouTube videos. But
I'm more interested to see how many we get on 21 or 22, because I'm not sure. Are these listeners gonna carry over the people who checked it out or something? Something like that would be cool. Like if they like the episode, they continue on with it or something. Let's see. Because usually it takes a couple weeks.
Yeah. But yeah, I noticed a lot of times after episode 21, there was like a lot of random people from like Rachel's group that was like retweeting it and favoriting the tweets and stuff.
All of our episodes have like a lot more views now.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they up to?
Episode 21 is actually lower though. It has 29, but
what?
Episode 20 has 33. Episode 18 has 35. 17 has 37. We got here. Is there any more? Episode 22 doesn't have a number yet.
Because no one.
Yeah, exactly. But episode 19 has 58.
What is this through? Like iTunes or Archive?
Archive tells you. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that. Honestly, I don't know how it works.
But then that's excluding the YouTube and the.
Yeah, true.
And the iTunes stuff.
So that makes sense. They might have watched it on YouTube and gone to iTunes, maybe. So that's cool.
Yeah, in case everyone didn't know, I've been putting up every episode now, so.
I'm sure that takes a lot of time, doesn't it? Don't you have to record for like 5 hours or something, or render it? I mean,
it takes like a couple hours to like finish the video on. even just simple Windows Movie Maker. But and then when it actually uploads it, it's actually pretty quick.
Hmm.
But yeah, I actually made an image for the episode. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not know this.
You didn't even look at the YouTube link?
No?
Wow.
Why would I look at it?
What are you doing? Because I was like, oh, he did post an image like 8 days later.
1 day later.
But I put an image in there, but then when you gave me your image, I threw it in like on the post on PGRF. I put it like so the text was between the two pictures.
I had a feeling that you did something like that. Okay, I spelled that wrong. Whoops.
So you can look at that image. It's not that
Uh,
great, but it didn't have the fancy text or anything they usually have. So
where is it? Yeah, but that's cool. So where is this?
what the
I'm not,
image?
Amazon is just not letting me look up pre-orders.
Oh my god!
It's just
What are you
ridiculous.
doing?
Huh?
I need you to focus.
I am
We're
focused.
talking about the image. Did you look at the image?
No.
Look at it.
Wait.
No.
So
Stop looking
I
at
cannot
Amazon pre-orders.
find this. Just ridiculous.
Oh my
All
god.
right. So
Help me.
Skyrim forum, podcasts and communities. Uh, hey, listen.
We're like up to almost 5,000 views now on that topic.
Fair enough. So,
Okay. Can appreciate that actually. I can.
um, yeah, mine is far superior.
Is it?
I don't know. I like that. It looks very detailed. What you
What,
have going
yours?
on. Yours has that. Well, the thing is, you just like take an image though. I'm assuming, and
Did I what?
it looks like a very nice picture. I saw that too, but I wanted the box art because you see the main protagonist.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I said
Maybe.
there's no text for it. Wait a second, this isn't right.
What are you talking
Oh
about?
no, okay, no, that's wait, no, there isn't.
What are you talking about?
There's no like. You just have the image.
I don't understand.
You just have the image and a link to the YouTube. You didn't make a description for it.
I did. What are you talking about?
I'm looking, I don't see it.
Dude, it's
Wait.
right there. Where are you looking at?
Oh, oh, never mind. This makes so much sense now.
Where are you looking?
I was looking at your signature. I was like,
What?
what's going on? Because you have a Tales of Vesperia signature.
No.
Then I see like the little at Hey Listen Pod
That's
in the
that's
bottom
old
right
news.
corner. Because I looked at, because it's our latest episode, so I'm like, all right, well, let's go to the last section, and nope, there's like two additional pages from this, but with guests, yeah, I see it. It's kind of in yep, Tales of Vesperia. There's a Chrono and Ari Lewis, and
Wow.
hey,
That was a
listen
whole
to
lot of work for something like that.
a brave Vesperian round. I like my name better though. A
Yeah.
Tales of the Missing Coal.
But
Man, that's
I wanted to emphasize the round table part though, because
yeah.
that like signifies like an in-depth discussion.
That sounds like such a boring name though. All right, so let's
It's
get
not
into
it's
things.
not,
We're rambling at this point.
it's not like I'm not like describing the round table as
Uh
brave. That's actually this Brave Vesperia is the group in the game.
huh. Hmm.
It's like the
Okay.
group the clan they have going on in there. They call it Brave Vesperia.
Uh huh.
So that's why I said Brave Vesperian round table.
No, I get it. I get it. All
You
right.
wouldn't understand.
No.
I'm interested to see if anyone who hasn't played Tales of Vesperia can get any enjoyment from that part. Because we went really in
Eh,
depth on it, where I think if people played the game, they'd be able to appreciate that a lot. But
I'm probably never gonna buy that game, unfortunately.
why?
Why would I want that?
Oh my
It's
god.
an JRPG. Come on.
Yeah. You don't play any of those.
There are, I mean, you only need so many. I mean, Final Fantasy
Wow.
comes out
Wow.
every couple years or every other year.
Uh-huh.
That's enough for me. You can only take so much. Because usually, like, for example, Radiant
Wow.
Historia, I'm never gonna play that because it looks so terrible. It looks
I
like some
want it.
game
I
somebody
want it.
made off like RPG Maker
I want it.
or
I
something.
want that game.
So
I
terrible.
want Radiant Historia. That's personally what I want. And you
No,
not wanting it is personally amplified my desire for it.
it's rare now. So, ooh,
Okay.
okay, found it. Found what I was looking for.
All
It's
right. Do you
awesome.
want to move on?
Yeah.
Do you have any random interesting stuff to add? Because I don't know. I kind of feel like we don't need
No,
to do the
no.
life.
Let's
We don't
just
need to do the life part anymore. You can just like if you have anything random to add in the beginning, then you can.
let's just jump into
For
things.
crap we've been doing, you mean? I mean, like, yeah.
We've been going way too long on
It's not
this.
way too long. You said you had all the
And
time in the world, so.
yeah, but do you really I don't think anyone wants to listen to this. I don't People tell me if I'm right. Do you guys want to listen to us do this? Okay, let's
Dude.
just do what you're saying and we'll see what happens. Nope, I don't have anything to add, so let's move on.
All right, YouTube. Cole, I know you love YouTube, and every week you're like, "Oh, I'm so into YouTube." So
I have a
I'm
rant.
interested to see what videos you have to mention today.
You see, I have YouTube it has pretty much lost me. You see, here's what happened. They have their little iPhone app, which is primarily what I
Terrible.
use to watch YouTube. Uh,
Terrible. What are you doing?
it's very good,
It's terrible.
but no, let me talk. It's very good, but
Wait, wait, wait. I have
sometimes
something to mention.
the videos don't load. What is that?
Did you know that, did you see, oh yeah, you did see that. A while ago, Barty criticized me for cutting you off
Yeah,
in
yep,
that one episode.
yep.
I couldn't remember the specific part, but I have a feeling it was like I
It's
played music during it or something
probably,
while you were talking.
but
So I won't cut you off anymore. Sorry
essentially
about that.
but
It
essentially
won't
what
happen
happened.
again.
But essentially what happened was, it just doesn't buffer, and it's really annoying. So actually, what I do is I use the browser YouTube, and that's actually really good. But the
Mm-hmm.
problem is they changed it again. So at first, you would, you know how you have like the little three bars on the left that you click, and it'll give you all those options like view my subscriptions, recommended videos, and all that. They even do that on the PC and stuff now. Well, when you go to my subscriptions, they change it so there's an all activity section and a my upload or
Mm-hmm.
what is it? Uploads only section. And they changed that. That was the first thing. So now every time you go to my subscriptions, you have a my activity thing you have to look through first.
Mm-hmm.
But now they updated it again. And every time you go to the app, or I guess the URL, basically what happens is it'll show you my recommendations. Then you have to go to my subscriptions, and then you have to physically click uploads only. And now it'll only show you the first five uploads, and then it mixes in my activity with my uploads under uploads only.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can barely keep up with uploads. You can only see like within like five uploads of each other what you're missing out. So either I have to watch them on my PC, which I'm not going to do. I just don't like watching them on there, or I have to use an iPad or I don't know, a laptop or
You
something.
know what
But
you need?
What?
A Wii U.
Um,
This would solve all your problems.
actually, that probably would.
You know
But
what? I love it.
actually, I
You
just thought
can.
about this.
You know what?
PlayStation Vita.
Oh, yeah, you could do that too. But yeah, the Wii U is awesome. I love like you can just put a YouTube video right on the screen if you want to watch on the TV, or you can just silence the TV, go watch on the gamepad. I do that a lot. I use the gamepad as like a laptop a lot of times. Just obviously not for extensive writing stuff.
Hmm.
But
That's been my beef with YouTube. But I've been watching like Games Amour. Been watching X Corn Muffin X.
what?
Uh, you know
Wow,
you don't watch him?
you're getting into that whole crew now, huh?
No, I've been watching him for a while. I just
You just
never
don't
have to
mention
talk about him. Um, here's one thing I usually don't talk about. I watch a lot of Naruto manga reviews
it.
from
Really?
yeah, because I'm actually a big Naruto guy. And there, if for
I've
those of you
never.
who
I can't see this. I just
for
can't see
those
it.
of you who used to watch Naruto as a kid or something and don't watch it anymore, they're actually about to finish the manga. So if you start now, by the time you're done, they'll probably have finished it. I mean, there's really not too much more. Like they're on the final villain. Well, one of the final arc, basically.
Hmm.
So if you want to get into that, now's the time. But wow, this is actually pretty nice.
Have you
It
seen
only shows my
Showdown?
subscriptions. Yes, I have.
Do you like that?
It's been a while since I watched it, but I used to like it as a kid.
So do you know they announced Shaolin Chronicles coming out?
A new show?
Yeah, it's like a sequel series to it. Like
Are they going to be like adults or something, or?
I don't think so, but I know they're making it's gonna be the same characters except they're introducing like a new character that looks a lot like Omi, but apparently he's like half his size.
Wow, this is a great app.
Oh my god,
Wow.
you're all over the place. Why are you always all over the place?
All right.
Oh Jesus,
I don't know what happened, but no,
you
the Vita
definitely
app
do
is
know what happened.
fantastic. I can definitely use that now.
Now
But
you're gonna watch all
going back,
the YouTube videos, all of them,
pretty much.
all of
But
the.
wow, it's so great. I had no idea. Should have used that. But no, the Zhao. I don't know. I haven't watched in forever, so I don't really know what to say about it. I mean, I liked it as a kid, but it was basically a Western Dragon Ball Z knockoff, clearly. But
No,
uh, maybe even, or it was just poking fun at it, or that whole culture.
they're
But
nothing alike.
have you? He looks like Krillin. He looks.
That's the only thing they have alike.
It's that same whole premise.
What? The premise of bald guys with holes on their head?
Yes, that's exactly what it
Nice.
is. But other than that, like I don't know. That's
Nice. Well done.
what about State of the Union. Uh, that was a
Hmm.
thing, and Obama was in a fireside hangout with other people. I watched that, and there had to have been something. I've been watching booster pack unboxings. That's actually kind of
Really.
cool. It gives you that same experience of opening the packs, which I'll get into later, but that's about it.
You need to. You know what people know now? Like a million episodes ago, however long it was,
Hmm?
you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a video response to that video," and then that never happened. And we have it recorded for the whole world to see. You
So
know.
are you ready to talk about the podcast we've been listening to? Personally, I've been listening to TV must. They actually put a
You
podcast
get
out
out of here.
yesterday,
Get out
and
of
I was
here.
doing Gamers
Get out of here. Get out of
yesterday,
here. No.
so I
No.
listened to
No.
her.
No. Sit down.
And
Sit down.
Video Game Outsiders was
You know what?
unfortunately
Okay,
off
I've
for the
got
past 2
videos that
weeks.
I have been watching lately.
Really?
Let's Play stuff. Some Let's Play stuff as always. You don't know Jack. Game Grumps.
Hmm.
Game Grumps are awesome now. They upload a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And You Don't Know Jack is surprisingly a lot of fun to watch. I watched Video Games Awesome. I watched them play through it all, or all the episodes they made on it, I mean. But yeah, that was the perfect setup for their show, and it works pretty well with Game Grumps too. But yeah, I've also watched DayZ Namalsk from Uberhack Nova. In the beginning it was very actually a really boring series. They were just walking around gathering supplies, but then there's a certain episode, I think it was like 17 or somewhere around there, where they ran into they all of a sudden had a huge group of people with them, and it was awesome. They were traveling together, and then one of the people with them just betrays them all and kills them all, which is really funny. I hope they find a group like that again, because now they're on their own, but they found some of the old members, and that's been fun. DayZ seems like a game I could get into, but again, it's PC, so you know, I got effed over on that one. And the Runaway guys did a Smash 64 tournament. They recorded a while ago, but they posted like the first 2 parts, I think, which stars like a bunch of the Let's Players in that community going against each other tournament style, which has been awesome. But yeah, other than Let's Plays, there's also this machinima kind of series called Trapville, which was like a big project
What's it
that
called? You
Trapville.
just cut out. Trapville? Okay.
Yeah, and it's spelled with a 4, the A. And it's episode 0, the pilot. And this is like a big secret project the Creature Hub was working on for a while. And it's actually a really high quality thing. It's the Borderlands machinima kind of thing. And I'm not even a Borderlands fan, and it's actually really well done just for the pilot alone. Like the voiceovers they do, it's all from different creatures or the different voices. And it's actually really well done. And so yeah, I look forward to seeing that. And the last one is from our very own ChronoLink9, who posted Zelda Hyrule History review and unboxing extravaganza, which is actually pretty well done. He's already got higher quality videos than I do, and he's got like 6 videos up, so all the power to him.
I have no interest in that.
We just did that to scare you, iTunes listeners. Your recording didn't freeze or break or whatever. It didn't do it that time either. Alright, Cole, you can start talking now. F me. That's it for the YouTube videos I'm watching, and Cole was very interesting input as always. Freaking brilliant. But we can do podcasts now. Cole already did his. Basically, I've been listening to Creature Talk primarily, which, as I mentioned, were the creatures, the popular Let's Players, and yeah, it's been okay. It's really like disorganized in the beginning. I'm trying to start from the beginning to the more recent ones, which I'm really excited to get to, because I want to see how they've improved and changed over time. But Yeah, that's that. That's podcast because that's really pretty much all I've been listening to, aside from maybe the occasional other
Okay.
podcasts. I really need to listen to the users. Like they have episode with the Game Chasers on, which I need to listen to. Like, what's up with that?
Oh, they do? I mean, I heard they did, but it's up already?
Yeah, the Game Chasers and Melvor.
iTunes or
No,
just YouTube?
just download link. I think it
Hmm.
might be it might be on YouTube. Yeah, but yeah, since LMG's back, they should be getting back into more YouTube stuff. I mean, more iTunes uploads again. But since he wasn't there, they haven't been able to do any iTunes stuff. So
Why
yeah,
not?
it's been pretty sloppy. Well,
I don't know
just
about that.
just the same reason why I can't post on iTunes when you're not here.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Why can't you? I don't know about that.
Name one way I could.
You log into our Blogger account and load her up.
Which I clearly know all the information to.
Well, I'm not going to tell you because that's my personal password.
Thanks. Yeah, exactly.
But
You're just trying to disagree with me for the sake of disagreeing.
well, I mean, it's not. I'm pretty confident you're not going to like hack me or something. You might play a joke here and there, which is why I'm not going to do it. But um,
Oh dear.
eh.
Okay. Anyway, games we've been playing. Are you ready for this?
Now I am.
Alright, so I'll get us started here. 'Cause I know
Because I'm the one who's been playing games. Okay. Over to you.
I know you got a lot of stuff to cover. I've got 2 games. Because in case you didn't know, I burned through 2 games for the Gentleman's Challenge. Did you know that?
Slightly.
Thanks. Yeah, Tales of Vesperia and Klonoa, I knocked them out of the park. And then my third game for the Ultimate Gentleman's Challenge, which I'm not really that, like, don't have that much of an incentive to complete right now, because it's like, I've already beaten 2, but I might as well beat this one sometime. Like, I think March something is the deadline, early March, but that was Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank. And I haven't played much of it. I've played it in the past, but I just never beat it. I haven't played much of it this time. That's mostly because I played Little King's Story. And then that's all I've been playing from then on out. Now,
Okay.
Cole, you said it was only okay when you played it, right?
Yep.
How much did you play of it?
I played about 2.5 hours. It was okay. It wasn't the best thing in the world,
Mhm.
but for what it was, I thought it was pretty fun. Like, I'll definitely play it again.
I don't remember how much I played of it. I know it's a bit more than that, but I don't know. I've been really enjoying it. I don't know. This is right up my alley in terms of pretty much everything it does.
I think it's a little bit simple though. There's no high
It
concept.
is.
You're
I
not
don't
like
mind.
really doing anything. You're not really productive.
I don't
Like
mind simple.
I thought it was going to be like you're leveling up each of these individual
Hmm.
people and all that, and it's not. It's a very in general. Like if I want to make a farmer, I can't level up my farmer. I don't think so. I think it's just like, all right, you make this guy this class. This is what he is. I thought it
I
was
know.
much more in depth.
I wish there
So
would be more individuality in the characters, kind of.
like yeah, like I thought you were gonna be able to train up your warriors and stuff like that, and like have them practice, have this group of warriors practice and this fight with you or something, and
Take like
it's not.
it's like take Joe the farmer, and all he is the farmer. He's not Joe. It's just either a farmer or you're whatever class you are. You're not really signified by your name much because you can't tell them apart at all. So
Hmm.
there's not like any character interaction there really.
Well, kind of like there are actually love interests in this, like I'm not
Yeah,
sure if the characters can get married,
they
but they
can.
can fall in love with each other, and you can like kill people who are in love, and
What?
you can do cool stuff like that. But I mean, it's not like that's about it.
It's not much though. And
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really interact with them that much aside from using them to do your dirty work. Like, you can't like hold really extensive conversations with them or anything and build relationships and customize them that much. So, but it's just like Pikmin. They're just another one of the horde that you need.
I'm hoping that maybe we're just not far enough. Like maybe
Hmm.
eventually we'll be able to do something. Maybe we'll be getting an upgrade where you can train them or something. Like just something. Just way too simple. But
Yeah,
it's not bad, it's just simple.
they actually can get married though. You there's a church you can build, and if you send two of them in there that are in love, then they'll come out married, and then they'll just poop out a baby as well while they're at
Oh,
it.
I know. No, I thought it was so weird. They have like a church in there, and
Uh-huh.
like
The
just
church of
just
it's
they
like
had
soup church, right?
something like that. But
But
like
yeah, yeah.
it doesn't seem like something that would normally be translated that way.
Mhm.
Like there, I remember there being a lot of things where it was kind of like, wow, they actually put that in there. Like they have church, they use this type of language. I remember it being a little bit more not bad, but just not very Western.
Mm. But yeah, overall the game is really up my alley in the terms of how it's designed. Like the whole like different tasks you can do, the different kind of buildings you can build and whatnot. I like all that kind of stuff. And I like how it's like a day by day scale thing. And it's pretty much like an exact like clone of my Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles My Life as a King. I think it came out before that though, so I mean like that was a clone of this basically. But Cole, I might recommend that game to you if you want like more like leveling up between the characters and stuff.
hmm
Because I recommended this like a while ago, the very beginning of the podcast starting, and then
The problem is it's like $15, right?
I don't
It's
remember.
just I'm not sure. Are you able to use your credit card information to download WiiWare games, or do you have to get the cards? Because the cards are actually expensive now.
You, I think
It's
you have
like
to get.
$30 for
I think you have to get the
2,000
cards,
points.
but I think
See, it's like I might
you
as well
can
just
buy them.
wait for the Wii U version, because you can probably download WiiWare games from off the Wii U, right? Or can you not?
Um, I don't think so.
Because can't you go to your Wii
You can go into the Wii menu.
and do it like that,
Yeah,
or
it's the same exact thing. It works in the same exact system.
so I can download it off of Wii U.
Yeah, but it's like exact
Okay,
copy of the Wii menu.
yeah,
It doesn't make a difference.
yeah,
You're still
that's what I
gonna have to
meant.
use the same currency system.
hmm
But yeah, My Life as a King is basically like it's almost the same exact game. It's really weird. Both games have a little kid as the main character that's a king, which is like coincidence enough. But not only that, you can make different kinds of buildings and stuff. But you can like it's got a little more customization in that you can have like get to know the characters a little bit more and grow attached to them because they have the names attached to them. They kind of look unique. Like a lot of them are repeats, but they don't just have like big helmets over their head that signify a certain class or anything. But at the end of each day, like you actually send them out to dungeons on their own, which is why people like steered away because it was like a weird Final Fantasy game where it's like you're sending some other people out to play Final Fantasy for you. But at the end of each day, it actually goes over a report of what happened in the dungeons. And you can go as in depth as you want in it. You can go into each individual character and stuff, and they level up and everything just like they would in normal RPGs and stuff. And you get to customize your own town and place the buildings wherever you want. So there's a little more independence there.
I will definitely download it, but the problem is the Wii points cards aren't $20 anymore.
Hmm.
So it's like I was thinking, like, am I going to be able to download like the new point, like the Wii U points or whatever, and download it for off like a Wii U or something, or am I
That's
going
what
to have to?
that's what I'm saying. I don't think so, because on the
Mhm.
Wii U they have a system where you have to go. You hit the Wii menu and it goes into an exact copy of what the Wii menu is now,
Yeah,
and then you have to go through there in its own system.
I
Like,
want to say you can use your credit card information, so I should be good, but I should probably download that now while I still can, or at least until they say they're gonna
mm,
take that channel off or something.
you'll have to tell me what you think of that then.
Hmm.
See if you think which one's better. Because Little King Story will probably
I'll
be
get it this summer.
okay then.
I don't have money to spend right now, unfortunately.
You're so bipolar with everything you do.
You know
You're
what's
like
gonna end up happening? I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what? I'm gonna download this.
exactly. Or it'll become summer and you're like, no, I don't actually want this game at all. And then
No, I
you'll never
definitely want it. Like a lot of the WiiWare, I even want like Lost Winds, and
uh,
I'm not sure if that's good on the Wii. But I have it on the iPhone, so it's kind of like, do I really want to get it? But it's like it would be so much better on the Wii,
hmm.
I think. So it's kind of like, eh. But is that all you've been playing?
Yeah.
All
I,
right.
I
Well,
look forward to playing more of that, but
mhm.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be more extensive than My Life as a King was. I'm not sure how long it lasts. I should look that up. How long it generally takes to beat it, but
Mhm.
it's interesting, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah. So you're gonna go over like the past couple of weeks, so
Uh,
or no?
I have like 4 games. Well, actually, no.
Oh,
I
four.
could go. I can get very in depth with this, but
Uh oh. Uh oh. No.
this is going to be a very long list. Okay,
Oh dear.
so
Oh dear
we'll
Lord.
first talk about iOS because I
Okay.
have downloaded many
Oh no. I guess
fantastic
it's more than
games.
four, huh?
Yes, it is definitely more than 4.
Why'd you
The
say
first one
four?
that I've been non-iOS games, but
Uh,
my in terms of iOS games, you see people at my lunch table, the little freshmen that happen to sit there. You see, here's the way it works. I have my friends, and they are into cross country, and so they know the freshmen, some of the freshmen, and so they sit at our table because they happen to know them, and it kind of, you know how lunch tables work. That's kind of how it evolved. And so they're sitting there and they're playing Clash of Clans. I'm like, why do you want to play that? It's just like a Farmville crappy Mafia Wars type of game. And they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. We had this big argument, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna download it. I'm gonna try it, and so I got it.
don't tell me you love it.
It's so good. It's so good. You have no idea. Clash of Clans. It is
uh,
fantastic. This is like the top grossing game in the iOS marketplace. It's a
wow.
free game, but
That's
oh, you have no idea how much fun it is. It is
that's a
so
classic. That's a classic Cole move right there.
no, okay. So at
Say
first I was
one
like,
thing and then do the exact opposite, and
at
then
first I thought it was like a Farmville game, but no, it's not. It's much more like Age of Empires, where it has that setting, and you know how in Mafia Wars you would like click attack and it would attack them and be like, you won.
hmm
Well, in this, you actually go to their clan and you start deploy. You choose where to deploy troops and stuff, and like it's an actual like Age of Empires experience. It's free, so there is that waiting time. But I mean, really, it's not a big deal because the waiting times aren't so extensive where it's implayable and
Implayable. In
unplayable.
oh, there you go.
Eh. Anyways,
The grammar
So
of
like
word.
I have my little towers and cannons and stuff, and I'm designing my base, and it,
Nice.
it's it's hard to explain. It's just addicting. It's kind of like a Harvest Moon game. You just kind of fall into it. So that is a lot of fun.
I do have one iOS game I forgot.
Okay.
It's one of those mainstream games, like kind of
Hmm.
like the draw my thing kind of like a
Uh-huh.
game that everyone's playing and everything.
Yep.
And that's what's the word is what it's called.
What's the bird or something, or what's the? Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, everyone here has been playing that. And I'm
I'm
like,
not gonna
okay,
play
what
that.
is this? I just hear people saying, "Oh, 4 pictures, 1 word. What's the word?" And it's just a game where it puts 4 pictures on there, and you have to guess the word.
The problem is you need like an iPad. The iPhone is it's just too small.
It doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't.
It's just
It's not like
it's
drawing or anything.
no. It's
Oh.
just no. It gives you. It's like custom made. I mean, it's
Hmm.
like pre-made things. Like they have. It'll just show
Yep.
you 4 pictures of like sometimes it'll be more abstract things, and then you'll
Hmm.
have to guess the word. Like if it shows like dividing rivers, and then a fork in a road, then it might be like
Folk
split
stuck
or
in the
division.
road. All right. So
But yeah.
yeah.
I just I kind of suck at that game though, because I'll just
Hmm.
be sitting there for a while on these ones. But
I don't
there's
know.
certain ones that you get stuck on a lot.
Yeah, draw something kind of got me out of those because I played it so much where I'm just so sick of those type of games now.
What the
Just like those
mainstream?
not because it's mainstream, but that same kind of like guess the word kind of thing. Like I don't know, I have no interest in playing draw something anymore, and eh.
It's
But
kind of different, but it's in the same
yeah.
category where it's like everyone and their mother's playing it to death,
Hmm.
and then they'll stop playing it, and then they'll find a new game that they'll play to death, and
Hmm.
then
Yeah, exactly. Even though a lot of those top free games are actually pretty decent,
hmm
but I can go into that. But the other game I want to talk about now, this game, like I kind of just downloaded. And I'm like, you know what? I want this, and that is Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy
mm.
for iOS. Now I have a
Why'd you get it on
3DS
the iOS?
because I thought it was terrible on the 3DS. It's so
What?
bad. No, because here, listen. You have, hey, listen. So there's the
See what you
top
did there,
screen. The top screen has all this business going on when you're walking across the
right?
plains, and the graphics look terrible. It's so
Oh my.
pixelated, and but on the touch screen they have like the little buttons that go by like in Guitar Hero, and you click them. The problem is there's two screens, and they come by the I guess what would you call them? The little button things.
Buttons.
I guess buttons. They go by so fast where you don't have time to look at the top screen to see the amazing artwork and all of that. So you're just kind of like looking at this black screen with this like with these notes coming at you, and you're just kind of clicking away. You hear the music, but it just you don't get to see the notes. And the graphics didn't look that great. It was really awkward to play, I thought. Um,
But so many people love that game. Didn't you
so
say the same thing about Rayman Origins, its demo?
what? No.
I thought I heard someone say something about that.
I don't think that was me.
About like hating the demo of it.
I don't know.
I
I
feel
don't.
like you said that, but
I said I didn't think the demo impressed me enough to purchase it because the levels
mm.
weren't super great, but it wasn't terrible or
But
anything.
there was also the Gravity Rush one, which you said you hated, and then you loved the
That
games.
was because more so they had it as a demo, and that game's not the type of one you can just pick up and play at like a GameStop, especially for the fact that you have to like move it around you, the Vita itself. Or you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to, but that's part of the experience, which you still need to play that game. But
I do.
Theater Rhythm,
How do you expect
like
me to
it,
play that?
get a Vita.
I don't have any
Uh, They
Velvetas.
said there's going to be a price drop this year. You're going to get
I
it for
don't care
Christmas.
how low the price
It's
gets.
so I don't get why you wouldn't want it though.
As
There's
long as
so
I
many
have,
games for it though.
as long
There
as I have a
really are.
as long as I don't have a PlayStation 3, I won't have a PlayStation
Yeah,
Vita.
but you can have your Vita in your hands. It's getting all the PlayStation 3 games. It's
I'd really
not
rather have a PSP than a PS Vita at this point.
really. I don't know. I don't think I'm ever gonna get a PSP.
Significantly cheaper and
Yeah, but the games look so
expensive.
terrible. I know I'm wrong. I'm just, you know, saying words. I'm not. I haven't played it, but
I'm just
it's like
saying
it's just a
words.
D-pad. It's like, what is this? The Game Boy Advance? Come on,
Is that your motto? I'm just saying words.
just saying words.
Just
But
meaningless words.
that's yeah, exactly. But no, Theater Rhythm, it changes everything on iOS where the graphics, because Retina display, they look awesome.
Yeah, retinas.
The but
Uh,
the notes are actually on it, so you get to look at the artwork and actually play the game properly. Uh, Now the game's free and you have to download the songs individually. So I spent about $7, which is it's cheaper than the actual game itself, obviously. Now at the end of the day, it would be more expensive, I believe. But yeah, I mean, really, am I gonna download every song? It's like no. I mean, if I just download what I want, it's gonna be cheaper. You know, the experience is better, and I would just prefer this. So, I mean, I'm really liking it too. Like I downloaded the Final Fantasy 13 pack. I downloaded Blinded by Light. That one Crystal Chronicles song, like the theme song. I downloaded a Final Fantasy 13 to one of the battle themes, and yeah, I really like it. Like, have you played it?
no.
You really need because this is definitely the best rhythm game I've honestly, it's probably the best one I've ever played
Mm.
because it's so hard to explain. Like the way that you hit the notes, the way that they make you do them, it just
Mm.
I can't. It just flows with the music so well. Like these little swipes and taps and like it's so hard to explain
I've
because
heard
it's a rhythm game, but
I've
you
heard
just
good
have to play
things.
it. You have it's the type of game you have to experience it. It is an experience. So that game is really awesome. The other game, Mutant Muds on iOS. This game was free, and so I tried it
Wow.
out. It's a 2D platformer on iOS. So I was kind of going in with like, well, this is probably going to be crappy, but no, it is really good. The way they did it was they put the buttons closer together, and then they made it so they're bigger. So this was uh, Renegade Kids or Jules Watson's idea, I guess, to make it playable for iOS. And honestly, it's just as good as the playing it on the 3DS because
Mm.
the buttons take up the entire screen. But because usually what these games do is they'll make the button and only that area of the screen can be clicked. But he made it so the entire like D-pad is way bigger than what it appears to be. So even if you're like a little bit off, you'll still click it. So it sounds like a very simple idea, but it works, and I'm really liking it. It's really hard though, which I guess that's the point, but
Mm.
it's still really good. But the other game I'm playing is Pitfall for iOS, which I saw this. This was a free game. It was made by what is it, Activision. So I was kind of like, wow, do I really want to play this? It has a pretty fruity iPhone app art thing. The
Really?
image. But no, it's like a Temple Run on crack. It's almost more like a 2D platformer Temple Run. It's so good. Graphically, it looks awesome. It almost looks like polygons without textures. It looks interesting. But if you are into platformers, that is the one that you have for iOS. It's not as good as Rayman Origins, but I would say that's the closest you can get to
Rayman
like a
Origins.
super. Well, I shouldn't say this. It's not a 2D platformer. It switches between like the Temple Run view and 2D, but it's like the definitive free platformer for iOS, I think. So that's really good. If you've played Temple Run, you know what to expect, but it's that on crack. So the other one is another Temple Run clone, and it was called Rail Rush. So I'm kind of like, all right, you're probably in a minecart, and it's probably like Temple Run, and it is. Because I'm really into those Temple Run type of games because I don't know, they're so good because the thing is, traditional games don't really work for iOS. So these companies are finally starting to understand that these games need to be designed specifically for that device. So you know how we used to get like Leps World and Super World Adventure, all these like Mario clones. Well, now because of Temple Run, we're getting like platforms the way they should be played, like Rayman Jungle Run. But Rail Rush, it's another Temple Run clone. It's another iOS platformer, and it's good. I don't like it as much as Temple Run, but it's not bad by any means. So if you want one for free, check it out.
Mm.
Now we can get into the console games, my four other games. So for Game Boy Advance, I actually went through Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge. All I have left is the last boss and like two Jingies. So I'm just about to be done with it, and I could have finished it, but a certain game came out. But yeah, I'm just about to finish it. That game is really good. That is definitely my favorite Banjo-Kazooie game,
Mm.
because it's on a portable console, so the worlds aren't as big, which makes the game better. Because Banjo-Kazooie they're not the best design games. Like once you know how to play them, once you know where everything is, they're really fun to play through. But trying to actually find out where everything is, it's a little bit ridiculous. But because this is smaller, it's much easier to find things. I did have to look at a walkthrough for a couple things, and
Mm.
that's about it. But it's really good, and graphically and the gameplay, it's pretty much the exact same as the N64 game. It uses 3D models. It's at a top view perspective or overhead view. So it looks great, but and it feels similar because that's kind of what Banjo-Kazooie always had. So if you want a cheap Banjo-Kazooie game on your handheld, that's the only one to get. So you should probably get it. Which you also need that game. Do you have it?
Mm. I do not.
Definitely. I mean, it's only like $5 plus shipping or without shipping. Is it? No. I think it only cost me $5. I don't know. Don't remember. Hmm. But uh, a game came out, actually multiple came out. One for the Vita. Do you know what game this is?
I'm gonna have to say Super Mario Sunshine, a 3D remake.
Close. It was Sly Cooper Thieves in Time.
Oh, I knew it.
Now, have you ever played a Sly Cooper game before, or do you own any?
I
Or
have not.
all right,
I
so
have Sly 2.
yeah, neither have I. So I'll explain to you why. See, this game was a huge disappointment, I thought.
Ooh.
Um, like it's not bad by any means, but the thing is, this is by no means a system seller because this is the most unoriginal game I've ever played. It is so unoriginal.
You're trying to fight Matt Petrus right now.
It is, no, it really is though. There is everything in this game I've seen somewhere else, and it's essentially like the way it works is it puts you in a level, and the level's kind of like a 3D world, like a Super Mario 64, and you just have objectives you can do during it, and it's kind of like Assassin's Creed where they're just kind of all over the place. Like you can steal treasure at these locations, and
Mm.
it's the same thing. Then there's items put everywhere for you to collect, and it's just like Assassin's Creed. It's the exact same thing. You've played like Assassin's Creed 2, right? Like
No,
you haven't?
I haven't.
You haven't? Have you played any Assassin's
I've
Creed
never
game?
played an Assassin's
What?
Creed
Oh,
game
it's
in
gonna be
my
so much
life.
harder to explain. But no, it's exactly like that. It's now it did come out before Assassin's Creed, but it's not as good as Assassin's Creed. It's
It
basically just
came out
climbing up.
before Assassin's Creed, but it just has all the things in that game,
No, but this
so that
game
makes
came
it
out.
unoriginal.
Whoa, 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 settle. I know what you're saying, but no, no, for me though, for me, because I played this game after all that. Now, for its time, it
Uh-huh.
might have been good, but it's not that it hasn't aged well. It aged fine. Like there's nothing wrong with this game. It's just that all these elements are
Mhm.
dated.
Mhm.
So it's like
I
it
feel
just
you.
doesn't feel necessary. Yes. Uh, like what happens is, you know how in in Assassin's Creed, I'm sure you've seen gameplay of it, like how you climb up buildings and
Mhm.
stuff. Well, this has it, but you don't just like climb up them. You have to like climb up poles and stuff like that, and find interesting ways to climb up, like climb on top of a light post or
Mhm.
something, and then jump onto the roof. It's more like that, so you can't do everything you can do in Assassin's Creed, but you find like treasures and items the exact same way. And it's like segmented levels, so it's kind of like the cities, so it feels exactly the same. Um, but the platforming itself is pretty decent, but I'm not saying it's great because it kind of plays itself. Because the way it works is, if there's something that you can see, the way it works is you press the circle button on some objects and it'll make it so that you kind of like jump onto them. So, for example, if there's a light post, press the circle button by it and it'll make me jump onto it so I can climb it. And so, if there's like a platforming segment, you just jump by an object, press the circle button, and then you'll land on it. There's no actual skill. So,
Mhm.
it's it's not bad, but it's very easy and eh. Graphically, it's like really good though. Like this is pretty much perfect.
Mhm.
The like comic animations in the beginning and for cutscenes and stuff, I usually just skip those. Um, like there's a couple cool things like you play as the other characters in his little gang, and like there's what's his name? It's like Bentley or Benny or something like that. Can't
Mhm.
remember. The turtle guy.
Pretty sure it's
He
Bentley, and I think I knew
yeah.
that even without playing the games. So.
Yeah, he like is a computer hacker also. So if
Mhm.
you're gonna like hack something, you can play like a little mini game where it's like based off like NES games and stuff like that. Like it's a twin stick shooter
Hmm.
and stuff like that. I mean, it's cool. They do little things, but there's no overall it's good. There's no mind-blowing piece of gameplay that will blow your mind. There's nothing here that you haven't seen in any other game. And oh yeah, by the way, the double jump, not that great. But that is Sly Cooper Thieves in Time.
Wow. Very critical.
hmm It's good though. I'm definitely gonna play
Uh-huh.
it more. But next game, you see, I don't know why, but after school one day, I went to Staples, the
Right.
place I work,
Uh-huh.
purchased a binder,
Okay.
purchased trading card holding plastic sheet
Uh-huh.
things,
Yeah.
and I went and bought a million Pokemon cards. Um,
Literally a million?
yes.
No, I
So,
doubt it.
so
I doubt there's enough cards in the store for that.
I did purchase a lot of them though. Um,
Uh-huh.
Not too much, like $30 worth, which is it was like 180 card. Wait, no, is it? Might have been 90.
I've got quite a
It's
bit.
like 10 cards per $4.
I got quite a few cards.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's like a 90 cards. So that was cool. But the main reason why I bought them was because I felt like being a little bit nostalgic with it, I guess, opening up Pokemon cards. And I wanted to play the trading card game online. So it was kind of like a win-win thing. And the trading card game online is so good. It's very addictive, or addicting, excuse me. Um, where I don't know, I love playing it. It's so much fun. I'm raping all these little kids. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's what you love.
Um, it's like nobody. Well, the thing is, sometimes I get destroyed. Sometimes I
Uh-huh.
don't. Like I
Oh,
my
yo, duh.
if I had a KDR, it's like 1.5, maybe somewhere around there. It tells you your wins and
KDR.
loss. It tells you your wins and the amount of games you've played. But and I averaged it out, and it's kind of like that.
Go and try hard at
Because
TCG
at
Online.
first I was like sucking, but I would win occasionally. But once I got into the whole trading thing, that
Uh-huh.
completely changed everything. Because now they have these. Have you seen the full art cards? Look up
Uh,
Pokemon trading card game, uh, Cobalion EX full art. If you can remember all that. So essentially, they have these like really rare cards now. I believe they're called ultra rare. And so these are the cards that you want in your deck. They're very, very overpowered. So
ooh,
I got a bunch of these from trading. I traded a Cobalion EX for Landorus
fancy.
EX, and I got Groudon EX. I got a Terrakion I unboxed. Got a Terrakion EX as well. So I have all these like good cards. I got
Hmm.
all. I'm building myself up
So
for
are you gonna collect hardcore these now?
um I don't know. It's not really necessary
Okay, nice.
because the whole trading thing. So it's kind of like, well, I'll just trade all the cards I'm not using, and people usually get them because I just bought the new expansion. So a lot of people are still trying to get all the new cards. So
Like the physical ones too.
no, 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 the digital.
Yeah, I mean, do you wanna? Are you
And in
interested in
terms of that,
collecting?
occasionally I'm thinking I'm going to buy a pack every, couple weeks or something.
Hmm.
Not a lot because I
Yeah.
only need so many.
I got quite a few, but
Mhm. Yeah, and it's so sad looking at my old Pokemon cards because so many get thrown away or stolen or you just don't have them all. Like I remember I used to have like Brock's Onyx and I used to have Swampert and all of these like awesome cards. I used to have
speaking of
Moltres.
speaking of Brock's Onyx, that was one of the images that's up right now from searching the Cobalion X card on there.
Is it there's two different ones, though. Is it the one with the green barrier around him? Or is
No.
it the one that's like attacking? It's like very dark browns. It's very
Yeah, it's that one.
yeah, that's when I used to have that. I don't have anymore. See, I have so many cards that are missing. It's so sad. I used to have Meryl Promo. I don't know what happened to that. They're probably in some like binder somewhere. I don't know where though. But it's very good. If you guys want to play it, I mean, just buy it like the price of a normal game. Like buy
I'll
like
be right back.
okay.
I'm gonna grab something.
All right. Yeah, guys, just buy $20 to $30 worth of cards. You'll be set for a while. It's not like you're just gonna get a bunch of crappy cards because the whole trading thing is like I didn't have the greatest cards. I only pulled one EX out of like 90 cards, which I'm not sure what the chances are, but it's a lot of fun. It's really not expensive because you're getting multiple things out of it. So you get the digital packs and you get the physical for $4. So $2 a pack,
Jesus
pretty
Christ.
good.
Oh,
So all right,
it feels like more than I thought.
is it Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I whipped out the big book.
I'm gonna do a video showing my Pokemon cards, but the new cards are so
Mhm.
cool. Did you
Oh,
see the EX cards, like the full art?
yeah.
Don't they look awesome?
Mhm.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of
Stop.
some of them are very uninspired. Like the old cards, they all look like they were hand painted and
Ooh, yeah. Look at
beautiful.
these.
But
Yeah, I have Thunderous and Tornadus, the full cards ones.
nice.
They're really nice.
But it also makes me
Shiny.
sad because it's like I want to get the old cards, and now they're so expensive.
Mm,
It's like,
I got some of those. So I used
I
to have a
still,
lot of them, but
I mean, and I'm looking at like the list of all the old cards, and it's like,
ooh,
wow, I
Blastoise.
had like 90% of these. There's a couple I wish I had, like oh yeah, speaking of cards I don't have anymore. I used to have Blaine's Charizard. I used to have that like
Ooh,
really I have that really rare Charizard from 99. I still have that.
I have a half. It's actually like a two-part card. Like
I lost all
it's
my Charizard cards though. I
it's
don't have any.
I've got half of a Suicune and Entei Legend card.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember those. They also yeah,
That's
they
really
have like
awesome.
they have a ground on Kyogre one where you put the cards together and it makes one.
Yeah,
Stuff like that's cool. They do a lot of interesting things. I think I'm gonna do a video on it. But
maybe we'll
I
maybe I'll
have
make
sold
a
a couple
video
cards.
response.
I have sold ones. Because I've actually made a lot of money selling them, believe it or not. Actually, I think that's where my cards have gone. Because like by selling 10 cards, I made $10. So it's like, why wouldn't I do that? Of course, they were like really cool cards, so it's a little bit sad to let them
Reshiram,
go, but
Zekrom.
who cares, you know? It's one of those things where just give it up.
Ooh,
Because I sold Shining Gyarados and Shiny Kabutops. Have you seen those?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe you
I don't
should
know
Google
that.
that. But because
I
I
don't
used to have
feel
like,
like it.
all
I'm
right,
looking at these cards right now. Oh, I'm getting to the old ones, and there's still a bunch left.
uh-huh. But the old ones, like
Oh,
every card, the reason why I was so cool is because everyone is like,
shiny Growlithe.
it looks great. I don't like they're all like hand painted, and now it just looks like they're photoshopped. And
Dark Energy. Whoa, shiny Dragonite. FB.
really, there's a shiny Dragonite. Well, actually, they probably have shiny for everyone, right? I don't
Probably.
know, but
Shiny Meganium. I have a shiny Pokeball card. So.
like, is it called shiny Meganium or
No.
okay? Because the ones I had were only one more shining Pokemon. I have a shining Magikarp,
I
and I
mean, like,
sold the other ones, but
I mean holographic.
oh, hologram. Okay. No, because I have a golden Magikarp. It's just like, the other color. I used to have that for Kabutops and Gyarados. I had like red
Electivire,
Gyarados.
Ludicolo. Pretty
Yeah,
nice.
exactly. The problem,
Holographics.
yeah.
Oh man.
And I've even been looking at the old cards. It's like I used to have so many of these. It's ridiculous.
If you post a video with your cards, I'll post a video
I
response.
probably will.
When I say post a video response, I actually stick to
Yeah, so essentially, I don't know what you're
it.
referring to, but um, other game I've been playing,
Oh,
uh,
these are the old ones. These are the
base set
cardboard
ones.
ones.
Yeah, the original
Like the
base set.
cardboards, like I don't know what they're called.
Hmm? Were they made out of a different material?
They're like
You-
cardboard and like they're like exactly square cards, like
Oh,
rectangle. I mean,
like the Pocket Monsters, like they're called Pocket Monsters on the back, like those older. I think I know what you're talking about.
you might not. Oh, look, Mewtwo. God. Oh,
Yeah.
good lord.
I like it how the
But these are
original Mewtwo card is so terrible.
and then I have some cards that are
Mhm.
like screenshots from the anime.
Mhm.
They're like special Pokemon 2000 ones, and
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know. Some of the cards look really good, some don't. My
I think,
favorite are when they paint Pokemon in like a certain scenario.
huh?
Like just recently, there's like a. Do you know who Joltik is?
Yeah,
Little spider guy.
yeah.
Like there's the card I have. It's like him painted on a desk
Hmm.
and like stuff like
Oh, yeah,
that.
I
Like I
think I've seen
like.
that.
But I guess I can move on to Fire Emblem as you look at your cards or whatever. But Fire Emblem, best game of all time.
Wait, what? What? Wait, hold on. I
Fire
missed
Emblem,
Oh, okay.
best game ever.
So is it true? You're saying that's gonna be your favorite game of 2013?
It's definitely going to be my favorite game of 2013. The only thing that can beat it at this point is Pokemon X and Y, which I guess it might be able to,
Animal Crossing New
but that's
Leaf.
no, not at all. Um, it's so good. It's how do I want to articulate this? All right, first we'll talk about the interface. It is completely revamped. For example, you know how when you fight in a battle, it'll go to a scene and they'll fight and you just kind of watch it? You there?
Mhm.
Okay, so basically they make it now so that you can fast forward or just skip it by pressing a button.
Huh.
So like you can press start to skip it and A to fast forward, and then you can change the perspective, so you can change it to a first person view and stuff like that during these fights, and it
Hmm.
looks so good. And then the feet look a little weird though. Everyone's saying that, but it's true. Like the
Really?
models for the feet, they're like very small. You'll get used to them. It's not gonna like drive you crazy or anything, but they look pretty funny. It almost looks like their feet are stuck in the ground, like a glitch, but they're not.
Hmm.
But they added a new dueling system, which is actually like I can't believe they haven't added that before. It's
Hmm.
so great. Where
Hmm.
basically, if you're standing next to somebody, you will fight with them. And so basically, what can happen
Okay.
is you'll attack, your opponent will attack, and then the character that's fighting with you has a chance, like a 30% chance to attack as well,
Huh.
and stuff like that, and help you out. Sometimes they'll push you out of the way. Sometimes they'll uh, take the attack for you and stuff like that. And then they also have a pairing up system. Like, know how you used to be able to rescue
Uh-huh.
people? Well, now what they have is you can join up with somebody and kind of
Right.
pair up. So you're with them. It's like being rescued,
Huh.
but you can also fight with each other.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like building on what they
That's
had.
interesting.
Hmm. And now, well, this isn't new. They had it in Sacred Stones, but they kind of redid it and they improved upon it where they have a world's map now. So it's really cool. Like with
Hmm.
the analog stick, and you get to like rotate this world, kind of like a Crystal Chronicles style, the original one, where you're kind of going around this globe and going to different locations. And there's more that you can do than just the next chapter. There's actual,
Hmm.
it feels like an actual RPG where you're
Yeah.
going around and doing stuff. So for example, I purchased the all of the DLC. So I can either go play some DLC over in this area of the world. I can go to the next chapter here. I can play the Spot Pass free DLC
Hmm.
and recruit old characters, and it's like really cool. And so the interface, it's just completely better. Now, in terms of the actual traditional Fire Emblem gameplay, the chapters, they are pretty good. Um, they are just as good as like Shadow Dragon and the Game Boy Advance games and Path of Radiance. Not as good as Radiant Dawn. The levels are designed like traditional Fire Emblem games, not like Radiant Dawn, where the
Uh-huh.
levels were designed specifically for that 3D engine, I guess, or the that console. So this is much more like traditional, which
Mm.
yeah, it's all right.
One
That
thing
would
I
be
want to
my only
know
pet peeve. Yep.
is how is the storyline in comparison
Ah,
to Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn,
not as
and
good.
and how does it hold up in like comparison to the regular handheld stuff?
In terms of the regular handhelds, it's better. Yeah, it's definitely better than those. This I would put. Well, it's better than the Game Boy Advance games. Not as good as Shadow Dragon or. Well, the thing is, I'm not far enough
Mm-hmm.
because the problem is I'm only on like chapter 6 because I've been
Yeah.
doing all the extra stuff. So, and I put 10 hours into it. So,
Hmm.
the actual story itself so far, there's interesting aspects where basically what happens is, this portal, like they showed off in the trailer, appears,
Hmm.
and Marth comes out, or at least someone claiming to be Marth, and there's kind of like interactions with him throughout this like story, and
Yeah.
there's traditional like a war going on, and he's kind of there, and they
How?
kind of haven't showed it, and because basically the character Crom,
Mm,
he's actually a descendant of Marth,
yeah.
so that's why he's kind of confused because he actually starts out the Falchion.
Hmm.
Yeah, right.
I couldn't hear you like cut out for a long time there.
Really, that's strange. But what did you miss? What was I talking about?
You said Crom. He was like,
Yeah, he's like the exact same thing as Marth, and they're kind of fighting each other. It's kind of like fighting a mirror image of themselves, which was interesting. And Crom's he's actually a really cool character. I hope he's in the next Super Smash Bros.
hmm.
So he's really cool. You'll like him. But in terms of other things,
So wait,
like
wait.
yeah,
So are the characters good? Like overall, the new
um,
characters?
at first I thought they were terrible, but the more and more you play, you get some really good ones. Like right now, my party consists of around 7 or 8-ish characters, but some of them are just so stupid looking. Some of them are
Hmm.
really good. I don't know. There's a lot of give and takes. Definitely not the best character designs.
To
You
be
just have,
honest, like
yeah.
from the Sacred Stones, from what I played, it seems like the characters like really generic, like
Uh-huh.
generic soldiers and warriors you run into, like doing their
Yeah.
generic things, like fighting bandits and everything, like and then like pale in comparison to the Path of Radiance, the Radiant Dawn, which
Mm,
actually had unique characters and whatnot.
yeah, exactly. The characters were all, yeah, this is kind of like that. I haven't played enough of it to feel like it's more so. There's like I'll get into it in a second, but there's a lot more characterization kind of put elements in this.
Mm.
But like just from the actual design standpoint, like a lot of them are really dumb looking. They look very like RPG Maker like. If I were to make a generator, this is like what it would be.
Hmm.
But like you get to make your own character in the beginning, and he actually fights with you. Like I got to make a character that looks like me, and he fights. He has a tactician class, so he
Hmm.
can use swords and magic. So,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I have a lot of cool things, but I'll go into the cool things that they changed about the uh, skills and stuff like all that. But skills completely different now. Uh, at first, I was kind of like, well, this is so dumb. You don't get to trade skills anymore. That was so great about Radiant Dawn. You know, you'd get a character with adapt or something, a really awesome skill, and you could trade it to like Ike or something. But now, basically every character has their own set of skills, and you get skills by leveling up. Like, say you're a lord that's level 10. If you get to that, then you get this specific skill. And, every class has
Hmm.
skills. And basically, what they made now is when you upgrade your class, you get more than one option now. You get three options for every class, I believe it is.
Uh,
So, for example, like a knight can either become a great knight or a paladin, or you know they have
yeah.
lots of options. So it's not just like every class, it has to relate to it, but they did this so you can get, there's a lot more customization with like skills. So say I want this skill, then I can promote to this class and get that skill, get to level 20, promote to another class, and so just like that. But I want to talk about the character systems now
Oh boy.
because this is huge. Like they completely revamped it. Now they have the support systems. That's all the same. Um, but you're able to get married now. You're able to have kids, and you're able to have your kids fight with you.
What? That seems
So
so weird to me.
no, basically what happens is you have kids, and
Okay.
then know how there's the portal thing. Well, your kids can come from the future. So what your future kid would
What the
be,
freak?
they can come and fight with you.
Uh,
So at least I believe that's what it is.
it's
That's what I read
pretty.
online.
It's
I
pretty
haven't done it yet.
disturbing.
So basically, for every character marriage, there's another character you can get
How
for
do
who you marry
you
specifically.
how do you get married just from getting a
Uh,
good enough?
yes, yeah, basically. Like, know how you can get the support conversations and get
Uh,
like the S rank? Well, every time you get to S rank, I believe you have the option to marry
just
if
like
that
propose
person.
marriage in battle?
No,
Just
it's not in battle. It's all out of it.
uh
But that's that. Then they added a barracks. It's called the barracks. It's like a
barracks.
system where it'll put you in a first perspective or first person perspective inside your weapon chamber. And basically, just randomly, characters will walk through it and you can listen into what they're saying. You can
Huh.
learn more about characters, and they'll have conversations with each other.
That seems pretty cool.
So it's kind of like a yeah. So it's kind of like a sim thing. So, like for example, I have Crom, and the person I'm gonna have him have babies with is her name's Sumia. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's Sumia, and basically, like they were both in there. They started having a conversation, and I listened in on it, and it improved their relationship. And throughout it, you can also get like items or something. Like if I had a character that walked through, they can be like, "Hey, I found this. I got a miniature lance," and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
they added a lot to it. But even the DLC though, like going back to that, like I can just keep replaying modes, and essentially what it is, all DLC. I just heard yelling. Was your brother upset or something? Did he hit you? And you're not there. If you all right, well
Yes,
I'm just
yes, there was.
okay. But are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yes. Wow, you're upset. But
In closing,
well, the DS.
what was the worst part of the game?
Uh, I feel like the story could have been better, and the DLC, or not the DLC, but the actual maps themselves could have been a little bit better. But I want to talk about the DLC, man.
No,
You're
wait, you can go into that later. That
why?
in the news, there's a little
It's
part
not
about
news
that.
though. Like I'm playing it.
You know, there's a little part about it though in the news.
All
So,
right, all right.
but so is it better than Radiant Dawn?
See, it's hard to choose. Here's what I'll say. The interface in every way is better than any Fire Emblem. You know, it's pretty much perfect. They've added so much to it, like I've said, and it's perfect. But the problem is, in terms of story, in terms of characters, and in terms of the actual level designs, not as good, unfortunately. But because the interface is so good, and it's not like the story or anything's bad, it's I would say it's on par. It's better than Path of Radiance. Maybe on par with it. It's right up there though. But we'll see. After I beat it, I'll make my final decision.
Hmm.
But so far, it's a little bit under it, but very close.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
mhm.
Those are pretty big words considering how high you hold that game on a pedestal.
The Radiant Dawn is perfect. Obviously, not anymore because now that this interface is so good, it's like, ugh.
All
But
right.
eh,
So is that all for now?
yes,
So how's about we get into the news?
okay.
Which I thought this would be
I'll
like the
get.
meat. I thought
Yeah.
this would be the meat of the podcast, but then you went off into that. So it's like you had a
Can I
round
say the
table
first thing?
that Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah.
What you know what you
Okay.
had your time. You were talking for
Because
like
I
three
had I
hours.
had news that I doubt you would have had.
Oh, do you wanna do different stuff first?
Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, yeah, basically.
Okay.
Um, two new Vita games are coming out.
Oh yes.
East Memories of something, like forgot what it was. A new East game is coming to the Vita, and a new Valhalla Knights game as well. So
That's what I
those are
was
coming
hoping
to it,
for.
and that's actually pretty cool. The East game actually looks really good, but
I don't mind it.
yeah, there's also games coming out like Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus 2 is coming out. And what else was there? There's Tearaway, which I'm sure you would love Tearaway. Looks like a game for you. But
How so?
this is the Paper Mario game you've been waiting for.
Is
It's a
it?
3D platformer, but the entire world is made out of paper.
Oh
It's made
yeah.
by Media Molecule, and basically, you know how like there's the back touch screen?
Uh,
Well, using the touch screens and you can kind of use the touch mechanics to interact with the world
wait.
and use the buttons to platform.
Is this the
So
game? Is this the game that had a lot of blowing involved?
that's one match. Yeah. Well, I don't like you can blow on the paper and it'll like it's kind of like the fan in Paper Mario Sticker Star
I
kind of, you know
remember
what I'm
there
talking
was
about?
some convoluted like
Yeah, Matt showed us
commercial
it.
we watched. Yeah.
Episode 5. Yeah, it's that, but I mean, it looks really good. Just look at the gameplay trailer, like the developer showing it off. Like he had the character standing on this piece of paper. He was tapping the back or the retouch screen, and it was making him jump like a trampoline. So stuff like that. It's basically Sony's
How
answer
do you
to Paper Mario.
how do you propose I play this game?
Get a Vita. So
Once you get a Wii U, I'll get a Vita. No, you'll cave in before I cave in. So
that's
not doing
that's
that.
not true.
Yeah, you will.
No, I decided I'm not going to purchase a Wii U.
Yep,
Uh,
yep. That's what you said the first time before you changed your mind halfway through, and then
it's true.
you're just
No,
gonna buy
I'm
it.
not going to. And
Shin
I'll tell you
Megami
why.
Tensei across Fire
No,
Emblem.
the
You're gonna be like,
reason
whoa.
why is because I want to get a new phone because my iPhone is falling apart. I
Uh
mean,
huh.
I
And then
have duct
you're
tape
gonna
on the back
see
of it so the
Shin.
glass doesn't fall
You're
out.
gonna see Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. You're gonna be like, oh, I haven't played Fire Emblem in 2 days, so I need to get this. So,
That is true. That is going to be the game that. But what I've heard is that game's going to be actually futuristic,
huh?
most likely. Like I heard that their intelligent systems is planning on making the next Fire Emblem realistic, but they decided not to do it for Awakening, and they're thinking that, hey, they can do that realistic thing
Hmm.
for this crossover because that's what Megaten is. So
Huh.
that'll be interesting. But the other news, new Wii U game announced, Pokemon Scramble U, which is basically Pokemon Rumble in North
What?
America. Yep, new Pokemon Rumble game.
Pokemon Scramble.
Yeah, they call it. The first one for them was called Melee Pokemon Scramble, and the Pokemon Rumble Blast was called Super Pokemon Scramble, I believe. So
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
Pokemon
I've
Rumble.
never even heard of this.
Come on now. How do you not know this? It's only in Japan so far, but I'm sure they'll port it over. And I'm pretty sure it's an eShop title, but it's a good eShop title, I guess, nonetheless.
Hmm.
But other than that, that's about I believe that's it. I'll hurry up and check. Just keep
All
talking
right.
and I'll see.
So you want to get into the meat of this thing?
Wait, strap my phone. Whoa.
You want to get into the meat
No,
of this
1 second.
news?
Don't talk. Okay, you can talk. Wait. All right, say words.
You want to get into the meat of this news now?
No. Of
No?
course.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I will lay it out for us. We'll go into
Oh,
this. We'll get thorough. I'll ask
yes.
I'll ask your opinion on each thing, and then I'll weigh
Uh-huh.
in on it as well. All
Hmm.
right. So to start off, Iwata comes out and says, 2013 is the year of Luigi. So apparently a lot of Luigi stuff, and then
Hmm.
he shows off Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon gameplay. How do you think that looks?
That I am so tempted to purchase it, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna hold off. Because I have so many 3DS games to play right now. Like I still have Paper Mario and 3D Land. I got Skylanders. I don't need another one, but I
Uh,
really want it. It looks so good.
to be honest, I'm not as blown away as so many people seem to be. Like, I don't know, Luigi's Mansion's always been like an underwhelming game for me. Like, just kind of there.
Really?
It's just like, it's just
It's
good.
so it's like one of my favorite games. It's
But,
just so unique because it's like Kid Icarus coming out. Like when do we don't get these type of games?
hmm,
I don't know.
what, Ghostbusters the game?
It's nothing like that.
Scooby
It
Doo Mystery Mayhem?
it was such a unique game. There's nothing like it. And
Scooby Doo Mystery Mayhem?
isn't it kind of actually like Resident Evil? Isn't Luigi's Mansion kind of like that? Like that whole going through a mansion, like unlocking doors, and
No.
it
No.
isn't. I haven't played Resident Evil, so I don't know.
Neither have I.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, a big thing they mentioned was you're able to do multiplayer between four different colored
Yes.
Luigis and working co-op to go through
Is
Magic
it
World.
online?
Scare Scraper.
Well, I know that
It,
it's Nintendo Network, but like, is it online competitive or anything like that?
yes, it will support local download, play, and online,
Okay.
which is very good. I didn't want another Star Fox 64 3D thing happening.
By the way, Fire Emblem Awakening is also online.
Nice.
Yeah, you can fight each other.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh.
hi
And there's
Karanta.
also another mode called Hunter Mode where you try to capture all the ghosts as quickly as possible. Rush Mode where you try to finish a floor before your time limit runs out. And Chase/Polterpup Mode where you look for and try to catch hidden ghost dogs.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
I have a theory that the reason why this game got delayed so much is because these online modes. I'm pretty confident that is the
Having
reason.
trouble. How does this online thing work? We don't do
I mean,
this.
do you really think that they know what's going on? They
No.
they don't know. Even though Nintendo Network is awesome.
They probably like right before they were about to release it, they were like, "Oh crap, we forgot online again. Ooh, we can actually save ourselves this time."
I really feel like that is the case. They're trying to put online in all of their games, which makes sense.
I wish.
Yeah, I really feel like they are.
To be honest, I was expecting it to be just like local stuff. Because Luigi's Mansion didn't seem like the kind of game. If they weren't going to do Star Fox, it didn't seem like they were going to do it with Luigi's Mansion of all
I think they
games.
learned from Star Fox, or else they might have just done or not did it because it's a remake. So I'm thinking because it's a
Mm,
remake, they didn't do it for some reason.
eh,
They just didn't want to change it up or
I
something
think
to keep it
I
the way
think
it
they just
was.
suck at that thing. I just think they suck
Maybe,
at that whole
probably.
online thing.
No, they definitely suck at it. Yeah, but what else happened?
And that will be released March 24th. But
Mm.
then the next game was they showed Luigi's face getting moved all around, and then it was Mario and Luigi, a new Mario and Luigi RPG for 3DS.
Now, I was not expecting this, and the thing is, I had the first one. It's pretty good. Never actually beat it. It just gets a little bit boring. And Partners in Time came out. Graphically, it was like the same thing, and it looked very similar. It may be different enough because the two screens and it had the other like the baby characters. Then Bowser's Inside Story came out, and I was like, wow, this is stupid. This is the exact same thing over and over again. I don't want this.
I still haven't
But
beaten that game. I need to do so.
looks so bad. I have no interest in that.
Oh my.
It looks so terrible. It
So I'm guessing
honestly,
you have
it
no
looks.
interest in Mario and Luigi Dream
Uh,
Team then.
no, that's not true. This looks like the first one that's
What? That makes
because
no sense.
this one looks different. This one looks different enough.
Really?
Yes, because graphically they're the exact same thing, but this one's actually 3D. This one's
Huh.
on a different system. It's not going
Oh
to feel
my.
as repetitious. Plus, I don't know. This is the game I think you've been waiting for. This is because I really think that the reason why Paper Mario isn't an RPG anymore is because they have this series, which is basically the same thing, really.
Uh, uh,
More platformy, but in terms of RPG battling, it's same thing.
hmm. But
So, eh.
apparently face manipulation becomes a mechanic in the game to manipulate objects in Luigi's dream world.
See, like this whole
That's
dream world thing, like it sounds just a little bit different enough. Plus the new graphics and see, I'm
the
interested.
title's pretty clever, Dream Team.
It
It's
should have
kind of
been
nice.
called Luigi and Mario, though.
it's
That would have made so much more
it is the
sense.
ear of a Luigi,
That's
so
why I thought, yeah, the ear. But
sounded so much like ear. He never said no. No, it was the ear of a Ouija. All right, so moving on. It's coming out this summer, by the way.
yep, all these games
Then
are.
they announced Mario Golf World Tour for
Who cares?
3DS coming this summer.
Who cares?
You
Who's
excited
actually
for
gonna
this
buy
game?
that? If you buy that, you have bigger problems than
You know that
your golf
there's
fetish.
some big Golf fans like Toadstool Tour. He's got a nice following. He's got a nice golf.
I probably gonna end up buying it eventually once it's like $2.
Yeah, I
But
wanted Mario Tennis Open because I liked Mario Power Tennis, but then I heard mixed things with it, and
yeah, and I even tried the demo and it was not fun. It really wasn't. Um, that was like way too complicated for an arcadey tennis game. But
I don't
this
think
game,
I've ever played a Mario Golf game before. If I
no,
have,
I
very short
haven't.
time.
I haven't, so maybe this is the one I should try out. But it's either do I want this one or do I want the GameCube version or what do I want? Because aren't they all like the same? Like,
I don't know.
yeah.
Obviously not. Obviously not. That's like saying all Call of Duty games are the same. I mean, come on.
Yeah, because it's so different using a
Yeah,
wedge in this environment
a
than using
wedge.
a driver here or something. No, it's not like that. Okay. I'm mixed.
All right. Yeah, I don't mind it, but I kind
Okay.
of want Toadstool Tour most out of those if I were to get one of them, even though I don't have really any interest in getting them at the time,
Does the
because
next game start with a D?
it does not.
Okay, never mind.
Well, I don't. I just got this from like an outline online to help me out, but I don't. I don't see what D game you're talking about.
You don't?
To be honest.
Okay, because I have a huge rant.
Well,
So do you want me to rant?
if we don't get to it, then
All
mention it
right.
at the end. Then New Super Luigi U DLC
This
coming
confused me
for New Super Mario Bros. U. It will add an additional 80 levels and be Luigi centric.
because it's remixes of the levels, right? Not actual new levels.
It's apparently going to be completely new levels.
Is it?
Apparently,
It has to be remixes.
this is it's like such a massive DLC though. It's pretty impressive.
Is it like a individual eShop title, or do you need the game to play it? Did they say anything like
You
that,
need
or?
the game. It's
Uh,
downloadable content like right onto the game. But yeah, you buy it from the eShop. But
that's
yeah,
cool.
80 levels. That's a
How
lot.
much is it going to cost then?
No idea. They didn't
It's
mention the
probably like
price.
$15, I would guess,
Hmm.
knowing their pricing.
I don't know. But it is kind of like a whole new game though.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know.
Well, not technically, because all those games are the exact same thing over and over again. So you really can't say that, in my opinion.
Next, they said a new Miiverse community will be available for general Legend of Zelda discussion,
That's actually pretty cool.
particularly about the upcoming ones.
Even though, if you think about it, that's just like adding a new hashtag on Twitter. It's like, is
I
that
know. I
really?
don't think they're doing the Miiverse thing. Like I really like the concept of Miiverse thing of Miiverse, but I don't think they're doing the whole thing as best as they could. I think there needs to be more. It needs to be more fleshed out. I think you should be able, if they want to have as much success that as they're hoping for, you should be able to post things that aren't related to specific games, like Twitter. That would make for a more successful thing. You should be able to have
Oh,
like
there's no like general just
there's no general. It
talking.
has to be in a specific community,
What's
and they shouldn't. You should really have. I think maybe like after every, even if a game's announced, you should have a community for it because it never hurts to build up hype for a game or to give
uh-huh.
feedback for it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like there shouldn't be it shouldn't be special that Zelda is whole series is getting community just for 2 upcoming games, but yeah. So that's that.
That's it.
Yep.
Oh,
But
because
first DLC map for Fire Emblem Awakening is available for free until March 6th,
bought it.
and the Champions Pack
Bought it.
will be rising from $4 to $6 apparently.
Bought it.
Well done. And there are 2 new DLC maps available that day for
Bought it.
$2.50 each. Nice.
There's actually a pack with it.
Yeah, or as part of the Champions or new gold map packs. So,
Yeah, that's the gold ones I bought.
have you played any of those?
Not yet. I tried them out. Like I just opened them up to see what they were. But I haven't actually played them because I'm trying to grind a lot on the first level of DLC just to max out my characters, which is really cool actually. Can I talk about the DLC now? It's cool. All right.
Yeah.
Basically, with the champions of what's it, Yol, right?
I don't know.
Champions of Yol DLC. Basically, it's used to recruit older characters from other Fire Emblem games. So, for example, I recruited Prince Marth, and
Yeah.
you're fighting against like classic characters like Micaiah is there, or Micaiah, did I say that right?
Micaiah.
Micaiah, yeah. From Radiant Dawn, there's Ike. I sent you that picture of it.
Mhm.
Um, there's Alm from Fire Emblem Gaiden or Gaiden. There's a bunch of stuff like that, like where you're fighting old
Side
characters, you're
story.
recruiting them. It's yeah,
Side story.
yep. Fire Emblem Side Story
Now I
sequel.
know
Yeah,
from the crossover trivia thing.
yep. But It's cool. And you can do it, and it's actually an older map too. It's the original Fire Emblem. Have you played Shadow Dragon? Like
Not much at all.
the very first chapter where you're on the island of
Hmm.
Tellius, or that's not Tellius. That's the continent for Radiant Dawn. But what's the island called? And it has like a remix of the 8-bit theme for it. So it's really cool, and the artwork's like great for the DLC games. Like they have the characters redrawn and they look awesome.
Hmm.
But yeah, so it's cool to see like Ike fighting with me, and I also like recruited Zehark from Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn.
I love Seahawk.
Yeah, so like I have him,
He's
and I
awesome.
got him at like level 20 within like chapter 3 or something
Hmm.
ridiculous. Because you can like purchase them like for 770, right? No, just 7,300 gold. I purchased him
Hmm.
and his troops. So, and
It's pretty
they,
cool.
the way it's set up is there's like this one weird, really weird like fortune teller guy, and he has cards of all of these heroes in the tales of whatever, and like he has cards for Ike and Marth and stuff, and the cards come to life, and basically that's how you get them. So
Hmm.
it has nothing to do with the previous stories. It's just the models themselves. So that's basically what that is, and it's fun.
All right.
Yep.
Fire Emblem seems like the perfect fit for like regular DLC like that.
Uh-huh.
It seems like that's a pretty smart marketing move for that.
Yep. I'm gonna buy it all. And I know in Japan there's like $90 worth of DLC, so I'm hoping that's not gonna be the case here.
Are
I
you
want
gonna
it
buy
all,
it all
but I want
anyway?
cheaper. I am gonna buy it all, but
No matter what?
yeah,
Wow. That's some dedication.
have to support.
And some Animal Crossing news, most of it we knew, but they said it will be launching on June 9th.
And we
Animal
know the
Crossing
cover art
news.
now, and it looks
Yeah.
terrible. The
Uh,
cover art's so bad. It really is. It looks just
th-
like a screenshot or something. It's like I really feel like I could have done something better because like Wild World had the globe. They could have done something much more unique than that, I
mm.
think. But yeah.
I'm trying to even remember. I don't even remember what it looks like. The cover art.
It's just like everybody walking out of their houses and walking around. It looks like a screenshot. It it looks terrible.
Hmm. I can't even
But
find the official art
yeah.
on the by searching in Google. But
Oh yeah, and I forgot to talk about something.
oh geez,
I bought 3 games.
Jesus,
One it was I pre-ordered Pokemon Y.
what? Okay,
Pre-ordered that,
wow,
and I bought two. Uh,
wow.
the first one's gonna get here next Tuesday. Do you have any guesses what it is?
Um,
It's The World Ends With You.
yeah, I think
And
it's the world ends with you.
I bought another I bought another one. This is gonna get here for a while because it's shipping from the UK, believe it or not. Now, do you have any guesses for this game?
Shepherd's Crossing on the PlayStation 2.
Nope.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monster
No,
Coliseum.
this is a
Gauntlet
game
Dark
that
Legacy.
I actually emulated and I really
Robotica.
liked. Nope.
Revolution X.
Nope.
Bust a Move Universe.
Oh, closer.
What?
The game is Tingle's freshly picked
It's
Roasty
nothing like
Land.
that.
Yeah, I got the UK version of that. So that's actually really cool. Basically, the Zelda game that never came out.
Huh.
Well, I guess it's Zelda Universe game. But I emulated, and a lot of people were like, "Wow, this is really weird." I don't. It's kind of. But I mean, I played it. I thought it was fun. Thought it was fine. I didn't.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that fit right in with the topics we were talking
But
about.
yep, it's gonna take. I'm gonna get it. It's supposedly gonna come on my birthday, believe it or not. So that's interesting.
Oh man,
Yeah,
what a treat.
suppose. So that's why I can't purchase Crystal Chronicles yet.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. All right.
And yeah, they went over stuff we already knew
Nope.
about
One more game.
what?
There's one more game. You didn't hear about this? This is what really upset me. Like
What are you
this on
talking about?
the new
No,
3DS game came out.
still
They announced it.
we're still going through all
Oh,
this.
I thought you just said that there was no more. That's it. Were you okay, just keep going.
Ah, man. I said that it didn't. I'm still on Animal Crossing.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't announce much we didn't already know.
Yeah.
But it just said no more doing chores for Tom Nook.
Thank you.
Now, as the mayor, it's your job to look after the town and customize
Yeah.
it. But the initial house loan is much smaller, and so you can move on to remodeling and customizing the outside of your house. Many shops are now available in the Main Street shopping area across the train tracks, so you don't have to run around your town from shop to shop. There is a street called Happy Home Showcase where you can see the houses of people you street passed, which I think that's a kind of cool idea. But
Yeah. I don't know.
there's apparently special online and wireless multiplayer coming to the US version of the game, and will be detailed more at a later date. And the personal highlight was that new Gracie Grace Animal Crossing themed clothes are coming to Style Savvy.
Ooh.
That's that. Oh my god. I'm so excited for that. I'm just gonna have to pick up the game just for that.
Who would actually play that? Come on now. And everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's actually a good game." No, don't play it. Don't play it, please.
Yeah, I see a lot of DS collectors that have Style Savvy.
Come on now.
Craig has it.
Why? It's one of those things where I feel like people just buy these games and are super into Nintendo and they're like, wow, all these games are great. And it's like, no, can't you can't do that. Just can't. Anyways.
But we got Lego City Undercover, which is coming to Wii U on March 18th, and
Yeah.
Lego City Undercover: The Case Begins coming to 3DS April 21st.
Wait, so there's another, is that like a Grand Theft Auto thing for the 3DS? If that's the case, I'm interested. Is it like so it's like Lego City branded?
It's like the
If
same,
that's it is? Okay, I mean that's
like same
cool.
style, I think. But I think Lego City Undercover, I'm kind of interested in overall. It actually
Uh-huh.
looks like a really unique Lego game. It's
It's
open
like a Grand
world.
Theft Auto Lego game, yeah.
Yeah,
So if that's coming to 3DS like that,
I'm excited
I
for
would
it.
definitely get it, but
I'm definitely getting it for Wii U.
uh-huh.
I'll definitely be on that. And apparently the 3DS game is set 2 years before the Wii U version. Apparently, and it'll
Oh,
have a lot smaller scope than the Wii U
yeah.
version. Like, if anyone cares about the story, like, it's set 2 years before it, whatever.
You'd be surprised. I guarantee you it's going to be like the best story you've ever played through, but that's a
Really?
prediction.
Nice. It's a pretty solid prediction, I'd say. And a new free update coming in Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, coming for the Wii U with new costumes and challenge levels. Oh my.
Hmm. I guess
Getting,
that's cool.
we're getting into the exciting stuff with some Wii Street U powered by Google. Available free for a limited time starting today from the eShop.
How come that's not free?
It is available free for a limited time.
What is it?
It is Google Maps.
And it's free. Or it's not free. That's
It's free for a limited time.
it should.
I actually picked it up free.
So it is just Google Maps?
It's just Google Maps.
What's the point? What's the point of it?
But you can do it on the Wii U gamepad by using the gyroscopic view. You can twist your body in all sorts of ways. It'll let you see all the angles of the street
Oh,
corner.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was the thing they showed off a while ago. I remember that. Still,
That's
who
a pretty cool
cares?
way you can creep on your friends and whatnot.
Eh.
My brother has like a lot of friends overseas, international, like different countries, so
Yep.
he put in some of their addresses to check out their places.
Huh.
And then look in the windows to watch them in the bathroom. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
What else?
Harmonite.
Who cares?
New downloadable rhythm platformer game for the 3DS. From the
All
makers
right.
of Pokemon.
Ooh, awesome.
Did you watch the Nintendo Direct? I'm wondering now.
No,
Oh,
I
really?
know the games. Like I read them all, but I didn't actually watch it because I heard there was spoilers for Luigi's Mansion. So I'm kind of like, well, I'm not gonna watch this.
Really? That was only
That's
the
what I
first
was told.
video.
That's what I read on Twitter. So
But
uh,
yeah, it's from the makers of Pokemon and it will feature a bonus Pokemon themed level. And it launches on March 28th on the eShop.
hmm.
So there's that. And another 3DS eShop title called Kersploosh. is,
All right, let's skip over that one.
that's coming
Wow,
March 7th. That looks pretty
cares?
intense. Have you heard of this game?
No.
It's where you gotta rock as it falls down a hole, and you have to dodge the obstacles to get to the bottom, and then go kersploosh.
Who cares? Is that fluidity game out yet? Is that what it's called? Fluidity? That
Fluidity's
one
been
water
out,
game?
but
Spin
that's been
Cycle?
out for a few years. But Spin Cycle, yeah, I think that's out.
Okay. There's also like a Jet Rocket game coming out to eShop. When's that
Apparently,
coming out?
I don't
It's
know.
like I want that.
There's also new Mario and Donkey Kong minis on the move
Uh, no.
coming soon. What about Dylan's Rolling Western, The Last
That
Ranger?
that is exciting.
Is
I
it
really want to pick up the original one because it looks like a mixture of like the Majora's Mask Goron gameplay mixed with tower defense. So I'm actually pretty excited for
Yeah,
that.
there was a lot of eShop love in this Nintendo Direct.
They've done really well at the eShop. There's a lot of games I want. I just haven't done it yet because well, I just haven't done it because I want a bigger SD card. But before I start getting into that, yeah,
Two Game Boy Color Harvest Moon games coming to the 3DS Virtual Console. There was the one fishing,
technically
there was
one.
one fishing one, and then
Yeah,
yeah. What was the other one?
it was like Riviera. Some no, that's not it. It was River King or
Yeah, something with the River
something
King.
like that.
But I don't know, kind of interested. Might as well. But let's see. If you register a 3DS XL and either Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon or Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity between March 21st and April 30th, you can download one of Super Mario 3D Land, Freaky Forms Deluxe, Art Academy, Professor Layton, or Star Fox 64 3D for free. Oh my.
See, they're really just like pushing this downloadable because I honestly they are making so much money off of this because I heard that in Animal Crossing, like
Huh.
they sold hundreds of thousands of digital copies. Like they are really like because I mean $40 directly to Nintendo, that is such a huge profit margin. Because I know like GameStop takes
Yeah.
like $10 or something of that,
Mm,
or like a pretty huge percent. And they're making a
mhm.
lot of money. And
Uh,
actually, speaking of that, can I bring something up real quick?
what do you want to bring up?
Uh, I was listening to the TV and Less podcast, and Craig said
Okay.
something that was interesting. He
Oh
said
boy.
that what if Nintendo j- got out of the console market and just made handhelds?
No.
What if they? No, I really think that's
I
actually a
don't.
good idea.
I know
Think,
you think
what,
that's
what
a
if
good
what
idea,
if they
but I don't
put
care.
all of their effort into a handheld? Just
Let's
think
not
about
do
it.
that. Let's not.
Doubling everything that's coming out for it.
Let's
Just
not. Let's not do that.
I don't. Why wouldn't you want to though?
I want. I prefer home console to
I
handheld.
don't.
I'm one of those few,
Okay.
to be honest.
All right.
That's why
I
I'm
can.
weird, like seeing with the Animal Crossing games. Like
Oh yeah. By the
a
way,
lot of
got
a lot of
Okami
people.
Den.
Okay, a lot of people thought Wild World was the best Animal Crossing game.
No.
And it's like one of the best DS games, and I didn't care for it all. I liked the home console versions a lot better. Paper Mario home console versions were a lot better, but that's just actually just the problem of the game
Yeah,
itself.
but
But
it's a problem with the games themselves. I mean,
oh,
like
thanks.
like there's so
There's
many
there's
more
a
unique things you can do with a handheld. Like Yoshi's Topsy Turvy, Kid
wow,
Icarus. You got the
prime
the
titles.
pinball games. Like yeah, Prime. I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
No,
Yeah.
you know what?
Huh?
You know what?
All right, let's get to the next game. So, all
But
right,
let's see.
there's
A
one
lot of
more.
games going. A lot of games going on sale.
Not
Who
talking about it.
cares? Zombie Wii U Deluxe bundle coming
Why
February
would they do
17th
that? Who
for
cares?
$389.99.
All right.
That's actually a pretty good deal. It comes with the Pro controller
Oh,
and
okay.
the
That
gamepad.
is, yeah.
Like I'm like, oh man, wow, I'd take that.
Uh-huh.
Um,
How many games? I want to talk about the last one.
Zen Pinball 2,
Eh,
Toki Tori 2,
much. I'm excited for that.
Toki Tori 2.
Yeah.
Are you?
It's, yeah, it's, like a, kind of like a puzzle platformer, sort of. It's hard to describe. It's good, though.
Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate, coming to
Not going to
3DS
get it
on
for a
March
while.
5th. What?
That's the type of game that you wait for a price drop with. I'm not a big Castlevania fan. I'm not sure really what's so great about those games that everybody loves. They feel very generic to me. I don't know. Like I picked up Dawn of Shadow or Dawn of Sorrow, and I wasn't too into it. It's not bad, but it's just not great.
Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate coming to Wii U and 3DS on March 19th.
Yay, that's cool.
Need for Speed Most Wanted You coming to Wii U March 19th.
That's cool too.
It will be the first third-party game to incorporate Miiverse, allowing you to
Uh-huh.
post and receive messages in-game, and includes the Ultimate Speed Pack DLC for free.
That's actually pretty cool, I think.
And it's okay.
Uh-huh.
Walking Dead Survival Instinct comes to the Wii U on March 26th.
That game is gonna be terrible. Like, did you hear about Aliens, Colonial Marines? Like, I guess that game ended up being terrible, and
Did
this is
it?
another. Yes, this game is another one that's gonna be
In their
terrible, I think.
opinion.
No, like I hear, like it's just not. Oh, true. Okay, let's move on.
Injustice Gods Among Us comes to Wii U on April 16th and will feature DLC.
Ooh, because that's a rare thing.
You know, I'm actually kind of interested in this game. It actually looks
I
kind of
have
awesome.
no idea what it is.
It is a fighting game with like a bunch of DC characters,
All
basically.
right, never mind. I'm not a comic book fan.
Neither am I.
It's so
So
watching
what?
people run around their underwear. Like I just can't get into it.
What?
It's so dumb,
Wow, that is
so dumb.
not. No, no, no.
Like I mean, some aspects of it are cool, but it's like really like I just hate the costume thing. It looks so dumb,
Wow, you're trying to fight Matt Petrus again.
so dumb.
Anyway, second to last game to mention. Disney Infinity coming to Wii, Wii U, and 3DS in June.
Hmm. Does the last game start with a D?
Yes, but what about
Ah,
Disney
that's
Infinity?
where I'm ranting. All right, so this
Disney
last game
Infinity?
is just
Disney Infinity.
ridiculous. Oh yeah, actually, going back to that, it's kind of like Skylanders mixed with Disney, right?
Yes.
It's actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
Is it like a
but
platformer or something like that, or
I
what
don't
is
know.
it?
I don't know.
I
It
don't
seems
remember.
kind of like it's gonna be more open world, but it
Uh,
didn't really show anything about the gameplay. Just see it's
yeah,
like Skylanders, but
it could be
uh,
cool.
they also haven't showed many series. It was just basically Pirates of the Caribbean, The Incredibles, and like a few other series, and yeah, Monsters Inc.
All right,
Not that many of the
time for
series.
my
I hope
rant.
a lot of them are involved. But the last game
This
to
game,
mention, Donkey
I
Kong Country
it's so
Returns 3D.
stupid. It's oh my god. This
Why is it
game
so
is
stupid?
it's a port. It's you see this made
It's
me
obviously
realize why people get angry at Nintendo. This game got me very angry at Nintendo. I finally understand why people were upset that Wind Waker is getting remade. This game
people
instead
were
of
upset. People were
they're
upset that Wind Waker was being remade.
yes, because they want the team because they divided the team in half. They wanted they were like, well, why not just put the teams together so the game gets completed in sooner.
This is the
But no,
first I've
this is
heard of
so
it.
stupid, so dumb. Instead of getting a new Donkey Kong game for the 3DS, they're giving us support of a game that just came out a couple years ago, and it's so no.
Uh huh.
Why are they porting this
It's
game?
really weird they're
They
porting it
need a
that soon.
they need they should give us a new game because at first I heard of it, I'm like, cool, a new Donkey Kong game. I'm definitely gonna get that day one. But no, it's a port. It's so dumb. Not
So
even
what
like
is that?
remakes of the original ones. It's the Wii version.
Maybe this
It's
will inspire you to actually finish it though, if you get it though.
I'm not gonna get it though. I refuse to buy that. I have
You
the Wii version.
play it though.
I will. Problem is, I have Donkey Kong 64. I have the original Donkey Kong Country games, and I have Returns.
I,
I bought the entire series,
I,
so I'm
I
not.
might I might get this on 3DS. I'm not sure,
It's so dumb though.
but
Why are they doing this? They could be making a new Donkey Kong game. They're just giving us ports. Now I understand why people were upset. They gave us Ocarina of Time. They gave us Star Fox. Now this. They they're putting Wind Waker back on Wii U. I understand what people are saying now by Nintendo just porting over the same old games, and I finally get that now. This is the game that really made me realize that this is just ridiculous. And honestly, it put Nintendo in a whole new light to me. Like at first, I was like
whoa,
so excited listening,
wow,
like wow, keep announcing games. Now I'm like, you
it
know what,
is. It's just a
Nintendo,
game.
it it, it got me mad. It
It's
really
just a
did.
game.
It got me mad.
It's just a game. You know what?
No,
Like,
no, no. I know.
it,
I
no, no,
at the end of the
no.
day, it's cool, but it's like,
No,
why are
at
you
the
doing
end of
this?
the day, just
It,
think
it
about
it's
it. Just think about it. If you were in an alternate dimension through the multiverse theory, where there's a different dimension where they didn't do this game, and they just announced everything aside for this game, would you hate Nintendo? No, but once they add an
well
additional
that
game,
no, yeah, no,
then
no,
apparently
no.
that's a bad thing. You know, they might not have been having any interest in making a Donkey Kong game at all. And if they weren't going to make this game, they weren't going to make any game. So might as well have a
I
game, right?
no, no, because here's the
Whatever.
thing.
You just throw down every point I make.
No, I understand what you're saying, and in many regards you're right, but the thing is, well, it depends. Is Retro making this game? Are they the ones porting it, or
I don't know.
because are they? It's the same thing with Wind Waker. Like, why are they wasting their team's efforts when it's completely pointless? They could be making a new game now, but instead they're porting one. It's like I'd rather get a new
I
game.
guess.
I
I
no, I
guess.
get no. I would rather get a new game.
Yeah.
I would rather get a
Yeah.
3D Donkey Kong platformer.
You know, you're right.
But
You're so right. But you know.
thank you.
But
So
we need a Star Fox game before that though.
we
Like
already have one. 64. Oh wait, no, that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
port. That's a port. See where I'm going at that? They just keep
That's
porting.
the point. Yeah, we need a Star Fox game.
They
We
keep.
oh god, my foot hurts. Oh
All right.
Jesus. But
Well, that's
that's the news. So in conclusion, what are your final thoughts on this particular Nintendo Direct?
overall, I came out very upset, honestly. If that Donkey Kong game wasn't a port, I would have
What?
been so happy. But
Are you
no,
kidding
I'm
me?
upset. No,
How can you
I,
be upset?
how could I not be?
You can't
I
possibly go
finally
out as
realized
upset. There's
What's wrong
nothing
with
being taken
Nintendo?
away from you. It was just giving you more and more gifts. Oh my god,
I
it
don't know
was
about that. They are
announcement after
taking away. No,
announcement,
no, they are
eShop game
because they
after
could be
eShop
porting.
game.
No,
There's just like
hey, they're
so much
porting.
going on, so much to look forward to in the
No,
Wii U and the 3DS
I don't
coming
know
in
about
the
that.
coming months. February, March,
Not
April,
Wii U.
summer. We've got so many titles to look
No,
forward to. I
no,
don't know. I just gotta praise Nintendo for their original. Yes.
no. Honestly, they're not even that original anymore.
They're
Well,
not,
they
but
are in some ways they're not.
they're not with the games. But that's
It.
another topic.
The thing is,
Let's not go down that road.
the reason why is because I feel like they're taking away another game that I could have had. Like I could have had a new Donkey Kong game, but they decided to port it because they can do that faster and cheaper. It's
Exactly.
like, no, I give me
We
this
could have
game, I will
had
buy it.
we could have had a new 3D Mario game at launch instead of later, but they decided to just make a 2D one because that's the safer route.
Exactly. I'd rather them take these risks. I'd rather them go out and actually do something
I'm looking
like
forward to the
they
3D.
used to do, but now they don't.
I'm excited for the 3D Mario game though. I want to see more on this.
Yeah, but I
I
mean,
really hope they don't go the Mario 3D Land route personally. I want it to
I have
be
open
to
world,
the extent and scope of a Galaxy and Sunshine, not
a
3D Land.
galaxy. No,
Was
no.
3D Land
Galaxy
was the
is the
shell
exact
of
same
a
thing.
3D Mario game.
No, that's not true.
3D
3D
Land
Land is better than both Galaxy
3D
games.
Land was far too linear. It was constricted in the binds of a contorting
Galaxy is
2D
though.
dimension.
That's what exactly what Galaxy is. It's linear 3D platforming.
Oh my god, but it's
It
like at
is,
least a whole new universe. Mario 3D Land didn't really have a universe. It was just random levels that you went through in this
but
order.
that's no different than Galaxy.
Then I
It's
want
no different.
it's completely different.
It's not. It's really not.
Dude, Japanese castle in Animal Crossing. That's all I have to say.
Anyway, so now what?
That's it for news.
I
Uh,
guess that.
no.
Eh,
So guys, you might remember a segment we like to called Nintendo Talk in the past, and I was thinking about it, and I don't know, I don't. It didn't seem like Nintendo Talk was loved that much. I know some of you guys liked it out there, but it seemed like whenever were short on time, it always got the short end of the stick, and
that's what she said.
not much time was spent on it. But we're trying to. I suggested this idea. I don't know if it. I want to know if you guys enjoy this more or less than Nintendo Talk. So let us know if you want us to keep it this way or not. But what is this called?
Do you want to go to more?
It's Games Amour, and that's AMOUR, which stands for. It's a way to say love, basically, and it's kind of like if you've seen my I Heart Pokemon Diamond video and the series I'm trying to do from there. It's basically just where we talk about some sort of game that holds a special place in our heart in some way, but has some sentimental value or nostalgia or something, or just affected you, like Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn to Cole. But yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna name my kid Ike because of that game.
Z Hark. I'm gonna name my kid Z Hark.
Or Edward or Leonardo or Boyd or Nolan or Laura or Micaiah or Aaron or Laura or what's her name? Ileana or
Mm.
Kurt or
Soothe.
Har, Jill, Titania.
Oh yeah. Tanya, turn and face the sun. Tanya, gonna have to be
Gatry,
a
Sheena,
different
Rolf,
class.
Oscar.
I'm a
See,
paladin now, and I'm
every
overpowered.
every Fire Emblem character in like Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn like has some like awesome personality, and why can't Awakening have that? So a lot of them do, some of them, not all of them though.
So Cole, what's your game? What's this game?
Okami Den.
No,
Because
you just bought it. Yeah, that's why, huh? I'm sure it
because
has
I'm a
extra
huge
tech.
fan of see, Okami is one of my favorite games. Like on the Wii, it's other than
So
Radiant Dawn, it and the Zelda games, it's definitely the best game. Um, and getting Okami Den, it's really interesting seeing that because I'm playing it on the 3DS, and just like the problem is it's only one analog stick, so you can't control the camera. But the camp like they've done a lot of work with
so
this. Like camera's
Okami's what
perfect.
you're going with?
Yeah, pretty much. But the series, kind of in general, I guess. I haven't played it. I'm just saying. I didn't get to talk about this specifically, but the graphics in that game are really good. Like it's a really good handheld port. But in terms of Okami, it's just like Twilight Princess. It's very unique though, where it's just like it takes that concept, but it goes kind of its own way with it. So, yeah, everything about it, it's kind of almost like a Fallout game, like a Bethesda game, where it's a huge open world and everywhere you can just find ways to get experience and do things and interact with people. So it's just one of the most impressive games I think for the Wii, and
Hmm.
I really like it.
Yeah,
So that's it.
I've always had an interest in that. Like,
Do you own it?
I don't.
What's
That's the problem.
Buy Okami Den and Okami. You need that is the I guarantee you that'll be like your favorite third party game for the Wii. It's
You can't guarantee something like that.
I can't guarantee that at all, but I'm just saying it is one of the best games. Like I mean, even it's one of the best games that came out this generation. At least the port did. So you need to play it. You just do,
Hmm.
and get the Wii version, not the PlayStation version.
All right. As for my game, here's a little hint to
Okay.
transition us in here. I'm gonna give you a hint.
Okay. Pokemon. Pokemon. Pokemon XD.
Yeah. And now we just sit here, and now we
Yeah.
just listen.
Such a catchy song.
Oh, guitar
It's
riff.
so good. That game definitely has Pokemon music.
Oh,
That
just
seriously,
that
yeah.
song alone has
It's
got an effect on me.
same here. It's
Oh my
very
god,
good.
it's such an empowering song. It's one of the
Every
best themes ever.
all the music from Pokemon XD and Coliseum is so much
I
better than
know,
the actual like mainstream games. Like even the battle themes and
dude. Just hearing the music, like the battle music, like gets you
uh
like so into it. It's like,
yeah, I know.
I want to battle, man.
I want to play that game
Just,
now.
I
Thanks.
know. Just hearing it always makes me want to play it.
Those games held up so well too, really.
It's
I
got
mean, I still think they're like
had
the
such a
best
unique
Pokemon games.
concept
Uh-huh.
with the Or region. Apparently, it's pronounced Ore region or something,
No, it's
right?
or. It's or. I'm not going to say ore. It's or.
I know, but yeah, it always had a unique feel to it. Like the whole concept of shadow Pokemon that was interesting. Though it wasn't like that amazing, but it was an
I
interesting.
disagree.
It was an interesting concept
Mhm.
for the game overall as like a driving point for what you were doing, and like there was an actual true purpose of what you were doing throughout
I
the
thought
game.
it was way more interesting than the actual main series Pokemon games. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
really, it's like the same thing, but it's just more interesting in execution. Plus, you get to get all the rare Pokemon like Lugia and Ho-Oh and the legendary dogs. You get the legendary birds throughout those games, and
Mm.
it's all good.
Yeah, it's just, man, that there's like such a certain like brings back such memories because I remember it was like pretty much complete luck that I stumbled upon the game because
Uh,
I was just at a yard sale across the street. Like it was my best friend at the time, which like it was like what third grade I was in or something like that, and he had Pokemon XD out there for what I remember. I don't remember the exact price, but I just remembered it felt like a really good price for the time. And I just saw the really like shiny, like holographic cover with the
mhm.
awesome badass Stark Lugia on the cover. And I was like, oh man, I gotta have this. So I asked my mom to get it and she got it. And
See, yeah,
brought
it
it
was
back
different
and it
for
was
me.
awesome. But
Third
yeah,
grade.
that's where it started. Like it was actually a sequel to Coliseum, but
Mhm. Unfortunately, you haven't played it.
I have played it. But
Or, I mean, like, yeah, but not all the way through, and you didn't play that
I
originally.
don't need to though.
I don't agree with that.
No, we're not gonna fight. You know, I kind of want to make this Games Amour thing. I want to make it more like should just be all praise. I feel like should just
I'm not being negative
discussion
towards the
about a
games.
game.
Like, I don't think that
'Cause
one's better.
I would
It's just
start,
a continuation.
but
It's like I feel.
I would start getting like to a negative point though if I started talking about that because I just don't feel like it. Well, I get no.
But the thing is, like, playing
No, no,
the
you know,
how they transfer places, like how they have some of the older ones in XD as well. I thought that was really cool because it was like it, being able to visit the old locations in some of them at least in XD. It was
uh,
kind of like a nostalgic thing.
it was kind of a,
It's kind of like how
uh,
Zelda games reuse sound effects and stuff like that.
it was kind of like lazy game design, but you know,
I
I love the game. I love the game. Yes.
Jesus,
Yes, I love the game.
so
I don't
true,
know what else to say, but
true,
that was really good times. Like yeah, as I was saying, just hearing the music and like
not true.
it just brings me back to that time.
It's not true.
It was such a fun time in my life,
Basically, for me
experiencing that
though,
the first time.
see, I
Oh,
was not able to have a Game Boy as a kid,
mhm.
so that was the only thing I could get for with Pokemon other than Stadium.
Oh,
That was the first time I was actually able to capture Pokemon myself. So as you can probably tell, like I mean, I got Metagross like level 84, got Umbreon in the 90s, and speaking of Coliseum, but then Christmas, like they announced a sequel for it, and
mm,
that was like that was probably my most hyped game ever. Maybe other than Twilight Princess, but that was because I got it the Christmas it came out, 2005, and that game
mm.
I played way too much of that game that night, but very good. And it still holds up so well though. Like there's nothing I played it actually not too long ago and there's it feels like the exact same game. Like it hasn't aged at all from when I played. Because it's not like there's any bad cameras or anything, or
Mm.
it's not that type of game. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, yep. Like that's the getting the other. Trying to remember what that's from.
That was
Because
just
I'm
normal. does
It,
normal battle
it depends
music.
on the trainer you fight, I think. Sometimes it'll play that. That's not like the one that's used every time, though, is it? Pretty sure it's a different one.
Most of the time,
Maybe I'm
but
thinking
there's
Coliseum and XD. I'm sure they're different, but that's that. And plus, if you haven't played with the epic boss battle music, and that's podcast.
dude, you need to put like a Pokemon XD song in the beginning.
Hmm. Just have the title theme, that like really dramatic. Well, I'm pretty sure there's one for Coliseum that's really dramatic, and XD just kind of has that like eerie music.
Hmm.
I'm gonna play that now. That's one of the only games I feel like that I can play over and over without getting bored. If I were stuck on an island, that would be one of the games I would bring with me. XD specifically.
Really?
Yes,
I don't know if I would, even though I love the game. It's just if
I
I
would.
was gonna bring something on an island, I would think about it a lot more, like
I would bring.
strategically, like some like huge game like Xenoblade kind of thing.
I would probably bring
Animal
like
Crossing.
XD, yeah, Animal Crossing, and I don't know, maybe like another Pokemon game like Ruby and Sapphire or something.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl if you're gonna play with the
Actually,
local
yeah, that's a good
animals.
one. I've been playing a lot of Melee lately.
Play with the
Just
local
single.
animals.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I guess that about wraps things up. Fairly
I
long
guess
episode.
so.
Well, I'd like to thank y'all for listening, and may God bless your souls and all that business. And find me on Twitter. If you're listening to this, it might be on iTunes and all
Hopefully it's
that.
on. Don't say might be. Say it is on iTunes.
It is on iTunes and
You got a moral obligation.
Twitter, Nav, and ZRPG is
What are you
his
doing? Whoa.
Twitter, and
No, I got.
he has the
You can
YouTube
find me
channel.
on Twitter at ZRPG, Pizza Game Room Forum, Pokemon ZRPG, Backloggery, Pokemon ZRPG,
RPG.
Miiverse ZRPG, HD.
We're almost at the half-year point.
Are we?
Technically, we have 24 I'm pretty sure we're at 25. So technically, next week is the half year. Actually, no, this is the half year point.
What?
Yeah, this is the half year point.
Is it really?
Yeah, because this would be the 26th.
Hi, thanks for calling Target Guest Relations. Bonjour. Merci d'avoir appelé le service des relations clients de Target.
Ooh,
For US, press 1. For Canada, press 2.
What? Interesting.
To continue in English, press 1. Para continue, hold on just a moment while we transfer you to a Target.com representative. Or press 1 if you'd like to speak to someone about a shopping experience or merchandise at a Target store. Please choose from these 4 options. To get help with Target.com, press 1. Store item or experience, press 2. To hear more options, 3. Need to reach a specific manufacturer for repair or replacement parts, press 1. For all recalls, press 2. Calling about store merchandise including food or electronics, press 3. For returns, press 4. To share comments about a shopping experience at your Target store, press 5. For help with, please choose from these 5 options.
Oh, Jesus.
For electronics, press 1. Groceries, press 2. Returns, press 3. shopping experience, press 4. To go back to the main menu, press 5. Just a moment while we transfer you to a team member. To make sure you're getting great service, your call may be monitored or recorded.
What the heck?
What's your beef?
What's going on?
Well, that's a first.
Just not answering.
What are we calling it about? Are we ordering something? I didn't catch it.
Shopping experience.
Okay.
It's never gonna pick up.
Hello. What's your name? Are you there? Hello? Ma'am?
They hung up. I could hear a voice very faint in the background, and then it was like, I don't even know. Rough life.
Hi, thanks for calling Target Destination. Bonjour. Merci d'avoir appelé le service des relations clients Target. For you, to continue in English, press 1. Para continuar en español, hold on, please do. Just a moment while we transfer you to a team member. To make sure you're getting great service, your call may be monitored or recorded.
Come on. What's wrong with it?
Huh.
What else is open this time of the day?
So I'd like to thank you all for listening.
Well, that was a fail ending.
We'll see you guys later, I guess. I don't know. I did strangely.
Twitter at Halison Pod.
Yep.
You
And I
know.
guess that's about it.
YouTube, ZRPG Revamped. You can find all the episodes there when they come out now.
Uh-huh.
Usually not immediately because I never know when he's going to post the episode, so I can never be prepared for that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.